11-minute stations, 11 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 10 minutes until airtime. Attention stations, should you need any assistance before or during this broadcast, please call the Bulldog Radio Affiliate Helpline at area code 336-831-0861. If you experience any satellite issues, please call area code 336-831-0851. Your next time cue will be with 10 minutes until airtime. Mark, 10-minute stations, 10 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come with 9 minutes until airtime. Mark, 9-minute stations, 9 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 8 minutes until airtime. Mark, 8-minute stations, 8 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 7 minutes until airtime. Mark, 7-minute stations, 7 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 6 minutes until airtime. Attention stations, should you need any assistance before or during this broadcast, please call the Bulldog Radio Affiliate Helpline at area code 336-831-0861. If you experience any satellite issues, please call area code 336-831-0851. Your next time cue will be with 6 minutes until airtime. Mark, 6-minute stations, 6 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 5 minutes until airtime. Mark. 5-minute stations, 5 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 4 minutes until airtime. Mark. 4-minute stations, 4 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 3 minutes until airtime. Mark. 3-minute stations, 3 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 2 minutes until airtime. One last time, stations, please be advised that should you need any assistance before or during this broadcast, call the Bulldog Affiliate Helpline at area code 336-831-0861. If you experience any satellite issues, please call area code 336-831-0851. Your next time cue will be with 2 minutes until airtime. Mark. 2-minute stations, 2 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime.
1 minute stations, 1 minute till airtime. Your next time cue will be with 30 seconds till airtime. Studios, when you hear bang, that means start your archive recording. Stations, you're coming up on 30 seconds till airtime. On my mark, 30 seconds till airtime. Bang! And there it is. So studios, please start your archive recording. Mark. 30 seconds, stations. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds till airtime. Coming up on 15 seconds till airtime. Mark. 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports. This is Georgia basketball.
Here comes the free good. Oh, get out of the way. Here I come with a tomahawk slam. Well, that's a high percentage shot. Here's the game's three. Count it. He's been practicing. Blocked by Mars. Holy smokes, what a ball. Showtime, baby. Georgia has beaten Kentucky tonight here at Stephen Coliseum.
Welcome to the Bulldog Courtside Show. Today's pregame coverage of Georgia basketball is brought to you by Athens Regional Health System for the fans. Charter Communications. Switch to Superfast Charter Internet. Call 1-855-493-CHARTER or visit charter.com. By Ford. Score innovative performance with EcoBoost technology at your local Ford dealer. Proud fans of Georgia basketball. And by Georgia Power, the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Return here. Hi again, everyone, from Columbia, Missouri and Mizzou Arena, where tonight the Georgia Bulldogs will begin SEC play with as tough an opener as one can get. The Missouri Tigers ranked 21st in the nation and owners of a 12-1 record. That's the best mark in the SEC. Georgia starts conference play at 6-6 and is hoping for a better showing tonight than the Dogs had in Colorado or in Washington, D.C. After a 5-game winning streak, the Bulldogs have been derailed by their last two opponents and are coming off their lowest scoring output of the season last Friday in the loss at George Washington. Mark Fox says he's been disappointed in the Dogs' defense and rebounding efforts recently. Georgia had better bring determination and effort in these two areas tonight, or it could be a long evening. Georgia and Missouri open SEC play tonight here in the frigid Midwest. Our courtside countdown begins right now on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
We know you love the SEC. At Regions, we do too. We've been the official bank of the SEC for 20 years now. On game day, we're the same kind of tailgating, face-painting, in-your-face, screaming fans that you are. Of course, we're also dedicated bankers too, who give you the best way to bank anytime, anywhere with Regions mobile and online banking and more than 1,700 branches and 2,100 ATMs. Better banking has its fans too. Try us and you'll see. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know those folks who say they're like a good neighbor? Well, odds are the nice folks at Georgia Farm Bureau Auto Insurance actually are your neighbors. Yep, every single one of us lives right here in Georgia. So if you need car insurance with great coverage and exceptional service, all at a great rate, we're ready to meet you. Plus, a portion of your premium goes back into our local communities to support education and agriculture. Georgia Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, 100% locally grown. To learn more, visit us online today at gfb.org.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Between home and a dingy hotel room 2 time zones away. Between the 10th and 11th hour of travel. Between swollen feet and an aching head. There's a cold, refreshing, complimentary bottle of water. Because you, friend, are in exactly the right spot. The parking spot. The airport service that reminds you where you park matters. Learn more at theparkingspot.com. We have airport parking covered.
Hey, Georgia fans, can't get enough Bulldog coverage? GTV is your online home for exclusive Georgia multimedia content.
Reverse way in. Look at that move by Big John. He's been practicing.
Stream live games, press conferences, and highlights from all available Bulldog athletics.
Holy smoke, what a block.
Log on to georgiadogs.com/all access to subscribe today. Don't miss a minute of action. Get online. It's game time.
Welcome back to Mizzou Arena, Georgia and Missouri, the SEC opener. Scott Howard along with Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone, our producer-engineer, Cabell Philpott, our network studio host tonight. The whole crew's with you as we start another conference portion of the schedule. Dogs went 9-9 last year, Chuck. Missouri 11-7. And this Tiger team only has one starter back, but their big three, all transfers from Tulsa and from Oregon and from Auburn, Clarkson, Ross, and Brown. That's going to be a tall order for Georgia tonight.
This is a great basketball team that Georgia's facing tonight. There's no getting around it. I think of the three that we described as a tough stretch, Colorado, George Washington, and then Missouri. This is the toughest of the three. And are the Dogs up to that? I don't know. But they did stay at a Holiday Inn last night. So, maybe that'll help. You can keep your fingers crossed. And right now, we'll take anything. We'll take anything. And this is a game that if Georgia could come in here and make a statement tonight, and you're going to have the opportunity, and in this day and age in college basketball, that's all you can ask for is the opportunity. You can come in here tonight and you can make a statement. You can decide we're going to take this challenge and go at these guys hard, or you can decide, you know what, we're really not in their league. I don't think any Mark Fox team will do that. I think they'll come in here tonight and challenge these Missouri Tigers.
Bulldogs have played 2 true road games. We haven't fared too well in either one of those, at Colorado and at George Washington.
We fared well for stretches. But the games are still, for whatever reason, they're insisting that they still play 40 minutes. And that's what these Dogs have got to learn.
Georgia and Missouri are coming up tonight from Mizzou Arena. And a big crowd expected here. And, there's nothing else to do. It's too darn cold outside. You might as well come inside and get warm and stay out of the snow. It's the Dogs and the Tigers tonight. SEC play opening up. And we'll continue with more of our Courtside Countdown show. Cabell Philpott joins us next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Before Brian bought his 15th University of Georgia hoodie. Before he put his house keys, office keys, and car keys on 3 separate University of Georgia keychains. And before he bought his children, nieces, and nephews University of Georgia onesies. Brian got the Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card for the University of Georgia. So he could earn 1% cash back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas. All while showing off his team spirit. Plus, when he used his card for purchases, a contribution was made to his university at no extra cost to him. With the Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 1% cash back on all purchases, all the time. 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas. Apply today at a Bank of America location. Grocery and gas bonus rewards apply to $1,500 in combined purchases each quarter. Call 1-888-224-8735 for details about credit costs and terms. Copyright 2013 Bank of America Corporation.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
With Xfinity, you get a front row seat to the biggest moments. Get 24/7 coverage of basketball and hockey with NBA TV and NHL Network. Plus, get the Xfinity TV Go app and watch Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and more live on any device. Sign up for the HD Preferred XF Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends 3/31/14. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee extra. Subject to change.
The chalkboard. Sweeps, screens. Every play is drawn up and studied. When you can visualize a play, you can execute a play. The same is true in business. The more visibility you have in your supply chain, the better your business performs. That's why UPS lets you track what comes in and what goes out. Logistics is our game. See how we can help yours at thenewlogistics.com. UPS, official logistics partner of the NCAA.
scores, and highlights from around college basketball. This is the Charter On Demand Scoreboard. Switch to super fast Charter Internet. Call 1-855-493-CHARTER or visit charter.com. From the IMG Network Studios, here's Cabell Philpott.
A tough task tonight for the Bulldogs. An 8 o'clock tip. Number 21, Missouri. 12-1 on the season. 11-1 at home. Frank Hayes Ball Club. Georgia taking on the Tigers tonight. Charter On Demand Scoreboard. One game in progress. 10th-ranked Florida trying to set a record for consecutive wins at the O'Connell Center. They're off to a good start. It's 28-12 Gators up on the South Carolina Gamecocks. 5:43 to go in the first. USC 2 of 12 for 16% from the floor to start the contest. Not good. At 8 o'clock, number 14, Kentucky takes on Mississippi State. Wildcats seeing its first action since beating number 12 Louisville back on the 28th of December. One other contest in the nightcap tonight in conference. Texas A&M will entertain Arkansas in College Station. Top 25 action. Lots going on tonight. In that category, number 8, Villanova out to the 33-24 lead on Seton Hall. 3:29 to go in the first half. Number 18, Kansas, despite shooting 68% in the first half, tied with Oklahoma. 3:56 to go in Norman in the first half of that contest. Number 19, UMass trailing St. Joe's 31-28 at home. 34 seconds to go until halftime. And a big one tonight, number 4, Wisconsin trying to move to 16-0 for the first time in school history. They'll host Big Ten rival number 23, Illinois, at 9 o'clock. Our contest getting started at the top of the hour. Number 21, Missouri hosting Georgia tonight for the SEC opener. When we return, we'll get the pregame thoughts of head basketball coach Mark Fox. That's all coming up on the other side of this break, right after this on the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
Why choose more? Well, with Charter, more isn't just more channels, more speed, and more technology. More is new connections, new ideas, new worlds. It's an 8-year-old girl stumbling on a documentary about space, then explaining string theory to her 5th grade class. More is a mother of 3, becoming a die-hard NASCAR fan. Or your brother-in-law, actually saying something interesting. You see, more isn't just speed, bandwidth, and technology. It's discovering that part of you didn't know yet every time you turn on the TV, or click on a new link, or connect with a friend. And it's why Charter's invested more than $2 billion into our superior fiber-rich network to bring you more of what's now and what's next. But we bring so much more than that. We bring you more you. Charter. Make way for more. Call 855-312-4278 or visit charter.com to learn more.
Here at the new year, a lot of us commit to getting our finances in order, and there's often no better place to start than your house, especially given the market's historically low rates. Instead of going down the path of a traditional refinance, why not consider a strategic refinance through Georgia's Own Credit Union? You could pay off your mortgage sooner and save a small fortune in interest charges, freeing you up to accomplish more of your long-term financial goals. So if you're thinking of refinancing this year, think Georgia's Own. Visit georgiasown.org to learn more. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Don't go anywhere. The dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
Eat better. Think simple with Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic. It's delicious, affordable food that's free from 101 plus artificial preservatives and ingredients. And now Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic have added 100 new items for every part of your day to make eating better easier than ever. You'll find Simple Truth at your neighborhood Kroger. Just look for the green circle on the package. That tells you only the good stuff goes in. Simple Truth. Easy to find, easy to understand. Only at Kroger.
One thing we can all use a little more of.
Mom, where's my shoe?
Is time. Everybody's schedule is tight.
Come on, we gotta go.
So as a cashier at Kroger, I promise to get you on your way quickly. I know what it takes because I have a family too.
At Kroger, you'll enjoy faster checkout and low prices every day.
Hi, how are you today?
With a smile.
Stop by for fresh, tender Tyson boneless chicken breasts or thighs on sale for just $1.99 a pound with your Plus card. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
listening to Georgia Basketball.
Alley block. Dante, holy smokes! Check out game for three. Here it comes. There, no!
Now time for your all-access trip inside the Dogs' locker room. This pregame visit with UGA head coach Mark Fox is presented by Caterpillar. Now, along with the coach, here's Scott Howard.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri for the SEC opener tonight, the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. It's time for the Mark Fox pregame show. Scott Howard back with the coach. And, Mark, once again, we want to express our condolences to you and your family on the loss of your father. And we're just glad you could make it back for tonight's ball game.
Well, he would want me to be here. It's something that we all go through eventually, and I was blessed to have him, and he'd want me here coaching the game tonight, and I'm glad that I could make it.
Let's talk a little basketball. The Bulldogs 9-9 in the league last year. Missouri went 11-7. And everybody seems to think that the Missouri team was one of the best in the league, but it was very tight along the way in conference play. Just shows you how important every game is.
Well, every night in conference play is a battle, and tonight should be no different. A year ago, if you look back, we finished 9-9, and boy, we didn't get to bounce the ball very often, and we could have very easily been 11-7 or 12-6, but we weren't. Mizzou had a really good team last year, and a team that was expected to be as dominant as the one the year before. That had won 30-plus games, but they're talented again this year. We're excited to start league play, and it should be a great ball game. How do you feel about your guys as you get ready to play the SEC opener? I've been disappointed in our defense and our rebounding. I think we realized that offensively we'd have to kind of share the workload and do it by committee, and I think we've done that offensively. I don't think we've been as consistent on the glass or in the defensive areas as we'd like to be, but we've learned that about ourselves, and now we know that's something we must correct, and so the focus is on correcting those two things and continuing to grow offensively while we do. Is there still tinkering going on with your team, or any team really, at that point when you get to this stage in the season? Well, you're going to continue to evolve throughout the year because, first of all, with just one senior, we've still got a lot to experience and a lot to learn. But as you start to play people and people start to defend you a certain way, there's lots of tinkering and slight change that goes on throughout league play, and so I think we'll continue to grow and improve throughout the season. Their big three, Clarkson, Brown, and Ross, are all transfers, and they're all very good players. Well, they are very good players, and they're a very lethal perimeter group. They shoot the three, they attack the basket in transition, and they all had the advantage of a redshirt year, which is so valuable in today's game and often hard to get kids to do. But when you transfer, you have to, and certainly those kids have taken advantage of that and are off to a great start. How were the last couple of days handled as far as practice in your absence? Well, I was in Athens for our usual Sunday meetings. I was with our team at practice in our game planning on Monday. I left early yesterday morning to attend the services and got back in here at 3:30 this morning. So I missed yesterday's walkthrough and did not travel with the team, but I think that Philip Pearson took the lead on that, and I'm sure he did a great job. You guys had a shoot-around today, or just a brief walkthrough today? We did have a shoot-around today and a walkthrough, and I think we have a good understanding of what we want to do, and now it's a matter of going out and doing it repeatedly. We can't just have 2 or 3 good minutes of defense and rebounding and offensive play. We've got to have 40, and that's the real test for tonight. This is a very good rebounding team in Missouri. Georgia's on the plus side as far as rebounding margin is concerned, but what's the difference there? Well, you want to rebound your opponents, but you want to do it at a margin that gives you an advantage, and that's the thing that we feel like we are plus in the rebounding area, but we need to be plus 5 or 6 every night, and we can't give people second shots. Our first shot defense in the last 2 ball games hasn't been awful. It's the fact that we've given up second shots, and people finish a much higher percentage if you give them a second shot on a possession, and that's where we have to improve. So the glass will be important tonight. Vincent Williams went off in this building last year. It'd be nice to have one of those nights from one of our guys tonight. Well, it would be. I think that we have continue to practice well. Kenny Gaines is a guy who's had a little bit of a foot injury, so we've kind of been resting him some and holding him out of some work. But I thought he shot it well today in the shoot around, and hopefully that'll transfer till tonight.
Mark, much good luck. Thanks for your time. We'll see you after the ball game.
Okay, thank you.
As Coach Mark Fox, it is Georgia and Missouri. This segment is brought to you by Caterpillar, and we'll come back with the starting lineups right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Ma'am, are you ready to order?
Yeah, I'll have the Georgia Mountain Trout, the Vidalia Onion Bisque. Ooh, with a side of Georgia Farm Bureau auto insurance.
Everyone knows that locally grown is better. And at Georgia Farm Bureau, we're 100% local, providing great coverage, competitive rates, and fast claims response. Plus, a portion of every premium goes right back into our local communities.
And for you, sir, I think I'll start with the auto insurance. I hear it's really fresh.
Georgia Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, 100% locally grown. Learn more at gfb.org.
After a year looking for the right job, I'm a proud full-time employee with a steady paycheck and a lot less time on my hands. So I got a checking account from SunTrust. Mobile features let me manage my money how and when I want. And it's easy to avoid fees, so I keep what I earn. I may still be figuring things out, but it feels great knowing I'm on my way.
SunTrust Checking lets you go mobile with features like mobile deposit and bill pay. Plus, get a MasterCard check card with no monthly usage fee. Visit suntrust.com/mobile. Terms apply.
This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
With Xfinity, you get a front row seat to the biggest moments. Get 24/7 coverage of basketball and hockey with NBA TV and NHL Network. Plus, get the Xfinity TV Go app and watch Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and more live on any device. Sign up for the HD Preferred XF Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends 3/31/14. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee extra. Subject to change.
Between the kid kicking the back of your seat and the kid who didn't mow your lawn. Between running to gate Z247 and running errands. Between the guy hogging the armrest and a pet that shreds them. There is a loyalty program that still treats you like a big shot. Because you, friend, are in exactly the right spot. The parking spot. The airport service where you get a free day for every 7 paid. Learn more at theparkingspot.com. We have airport parking covered.
IMG, bringing you the best in college sports. This is America's home for college sports. And your home.
Oh, my goodness. Get out of the way. That's the dunk of the year for the senior.
For Georgia basketball. Today's coverage of Dogs basketball is brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. By Chevron. Every day, your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car. SunTrust Bank. Bank how you want and when you want with SunTrust Mobile Banking. Visit suntrust.com/mobile. By Ford. Score innovative performance with EcoBoost technology at your local Ford dealer. Proud fans of Georgia basketball. Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction. Member FDIC. And by Georgia Power, the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now to courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Creeping up on the tip here at Mizzou Arena, it's time for the BB&T starting lineups. Proud to support the Georgia Bulldogs. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction. Member FDIC. Here are your Georgia starters for tonight. The Bulldogs with a record of 6-6. It'll be Charles Mann, Kenny Gaines, Brandon Morris, Marcus Thornton, Dante Williams. For Missouri, number 21 in the nation, they're 12-1. Their starting 5, the same as it has been for all 13 of their previous games.
Now that goes under the heading of if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
that's
right?
Consistency. Yes, that would be correct. Jordan Clarkson, one of the best guards in the SEC. Jabari Brown, Ernest Ross, Ryan Rosberg, and Jonathan Williams. That's their starting 5. Georgia and Missouri in the SEC opener coming up on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Innovation.
like the shot clock and the three-point line. It can revolutionize a sport. Or like Ford EcoBoost technology, transform the way you drive. With an available EcoBoost engine, you'll get a game-changing combination of power and big number MPGs. Dog fans, take your shot. Check out the Ford Fusion, Escape, and F-150 at your local Ford dealer. Or visit shopfordnow.com for great offers.
We got problems, people. We four-leaf clovers are not getting picked anymore. It's this lucky loot scratcher with 20 chances to win up to $2.5 million.
What? We're four-leaf clovers. We're supposed to bring the luck.
And there's a second chance at another $2.5 million.
I say we stick the dog on them.
Yeah!
Who needs luck when you can win up to $2.5 million and get a second chance at another $2.5 million? Play the Lucky Loot Scratcher, new from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Please play responsibly.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Looking for ways to save money and energy? Georgia Power has energy efficiency programs and rebates to help you make efficiency improvements to your home. To get started, take a free online energy checkup that takes less than 15 minutes to complete. There you'll find specific recommendations on ways to save tailored just for you. You could learn ways to save up to 30% on your annual energy bill. To learn more about available programs and rebates, go to georgiapower.com. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
We're back with the post-game injury report, and you had kind of a scare, right?
We were at Stegman Coliseum, and the Dogs hit a three-point shot right at the buzzer. I jumped out of my seat to scream, and it hit me. I could barely breathe. Felt like a big old elephant was sitting on my chest. My buddy, he knew the signs of a heart attack. He called 911 and asked for Athens Regional. He knew if I needed open heart surgery or just one of those little balloon things. Athens Regional is the place to go. Now I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to cheer those Dogs on again.
Athens Regional, for the fans.
Crowd still rambling in here to Mizzou Arena, not Missouri, but Mizzou Arena, as Georgia's starting lineup being announced. Missouri momentarily here inside the building. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bulldogs basketball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG. Let's give you the Ford keys to the game for tonight's Georgia-Missouri matchup. Score innovative performance with EcoBoost technology at your local Ford dealer. Proud fans of Georgia basketball. Chuck Dowdle, what do you got for our keys tonight?
Scott, pretty simple. First off, you've heard Coach Fox talk about this. You got to do the dirty work, and if ever there was a call for doing dirty work, it's tonight. Dirty work, defense, and rebound. Missouri with a 26-game home win streak, tied for the longest in the nation with Stephen F. Austin. You can't do the dirty work for 10 minutes. You can't do it for 18 minutes. You can't do it for 35. These games are 40 minutes. You got to do the dirty work for 40 minutes. Secondly, mentally tough. On a day that the mentally toughest athlete that I ever covered, Tom Glavine, got voted into baseball's Hall of Fame. Borrow a page out of Tom Glavine's book and be mentally tough. When the Missouri Tigers hit runs tonight, and they will, you got to stay mentally tough. Do not give in. And finally, hold that Tiger. And I'm talking about Jordan Clarkson. He's averaging nearly 20 a game. Keep that guy in check, and he can rebound too.
Jordan Clarkson at 6'5", a transfer from Tulsa. He is certainly one of the best players in the SEC. He's already been the player of the week in the conference 3 times this season. That's through 13 games. He's second in the league in scoring by about 1/10 of a point. Second in the league in assists. He's averaging better than 4 a game. Third in free throw percentage. He gets to the line a great deal, and when he does, he makes his shots at 84%. Missouri played a pretty good schedule. They beat NC State a couple of games ago in Raleigh by 4. Their only loss this year is a neutral side game
to Illinois
by 1.
They got 2 points standing between them and perfection.
They beat UCLA here on this floor That was a +9. These guys haven't been blowing teams out, but they've just been consistent. They've been winning.
And one thing you notice when you look at their stats is, I thought Colorado rebounded. These guys really go to the glass. So you've got to be aware of that when you're playing them. And when that ball goes in the air, find your man, get your rear end on his belly button, and keep him off those boards. It sounds simple. It's not, particularly when you're playing a team that is accomplished at rebounding as Missouri is.
Tigers are almost +9 on the glass through the first 13 games of the year. That's second best among the SEC teams at this point as we play the SEC opener here tonight. The Bulldogs on the floor in their road red uniforms, white and black trim, white numbers. Missouri in their home whites, a little bit of gold and black trim. It's not a full house tonight. Mizzou Arena will hold better than 15,000, but a good crowd in attendance, although school is not in session, we are told. Here's the toss and the tip, and it's controlled by Georgia, and we are underway in Columbia, Missouri, and the SEC schedule is underway as well. Dogs will work from left to right as we view it from our broadcast position next to the Georgia bench. Kenny Gaines with a right-hand dribble. Goes to Morris on the left wing. Top of the key is Williams. Williams sends it back to Morris. He'll flip it over to Mann. 11 on the shot clock. First possession of the game. Mann dribbles right slowly, looking for a shot. Will fire it up from three. That's around the rim and out. No good. Thornton tried to put it back up and in. Stays working on the glass, and he got the putback the second time around, Chuck.
Good start was staying after the glass. Marcus Thornton got the rebound, missed the putback, but then stayed after the rebound, got another one, and then scored on his second attempt.
So there's some of that dirty work showing through early on as Marcus Thornton gets a couple of rebounds and a putback bucket. And Georgia has an early 2-0 lead just underway, a minute in. Here's Ross down the lane. He feeds Rossberg. Blocked by Thornton. Taken away by Georgia. Here's Mann into the front court from left to right. A crossover by the defense. Goes to the rim. Lays it up off the window. Good.
Well, at that time, Charles Mann took advantage of a little confusion in the Missouri defense. They looked around to see where everybody was. And while they were looking around, Charles Mann went by them.
Dogs with a 4-0 lead. In the first 100 seconds of the ball game. A steal by the Dogs. Here's Gaines down the middle of the floor to the rim, and the lay-in good around the rim and through for Kenny Gaines with the transition basket. Georgia surprising out to a quick 6-0 lead.
Took advantage of the turnover, scored in transition. Beautiful.
Tigers with the basketball. Here's Clarkson through traffic, pulls up left of the lane. A little short jumper, rainbow around the rim and out, no good. And a foul on the Tigers on the rebound. Joe Lindsay, Roger Ayers, Anthony Jordan, our officials for tonight's ball game.
I think they got Ernest Ross.
Dogs will have the ball, leading it 6-0.
No, I take it back. Number 3.
That was Jonathan Williams, the third, the freshman, 6'9" forward out of Memphis, picks up the foul. Dogs ball, they work far to our right. Gaines feeds Dante, soft jumper on the baseline, right side, good. We've knocked down everything, and Frank Haith is going to have to call a timeout. 17:51 to go, half number one. I would venture to guess they haven't called a timeout this soon this season, Chuck.
Well, I'm sure they hadn't planned on doing it tonight either, but the Dogs coming out doing exactly what they had to do. You saw Marcus Thornton getting after rebounds, scoring early. They hit a soft jump shot. They've done a good job. Thornton with a block on the defensive end. They're doing the things they've got to do. Dirty work defense, dirty work rebounds.
Their largest deficit this season was 13 against UCLA. They came from behind to win that ball game. The Dogs have them down 8 here, and we've just barely played 2 minutes. But a long way to go. And we'll certainly keep that in mind. But Georgia off to a very nice start here on the road in the SEC. Here's Clarkson into the front court, right to left for Missouri. Clarkson works against Mann. Finds Wes Clark, who's checked in now, 6-foot freshman guard out of Detroit. They go into the corner. Tony Criswell's into the game. Frank Haith going to his bench. Ross attacks. Runner hangs on the iron and falls through good after a couple of bounces. They were ready to tip it in case it came off the rim, but it did not as Ross gets the first points from Missouri, and it's 8-2.
And you know what? Look, they're going to score. That was still good Georgia defense.
Dogs ball with a 6-point lead. Thornton puts it on the floor, switches hands, missed the right-handed lay-in, and a foul on the Dogs on the rebound. They got Brandon Morris going over the back. That's his first and the team's first. 8-2 Dogs lead, 17-10 first half. Missouri slowly walks it through the logo in the middle of the floor and into the front court. Clarkson, a big, long, lean guy at 6'5", the transfer from Tulsa. He's from San Antonio, Texas. They go to Criswell at the foul line, feeds it down low. Jones puts it up and in.
Well, when he gets the ball down that low in the blocks, there's not going to be much you can do to stop him. He just leans in with that big body, and he's there to lay it in unless you foul him.
Torrin Jones, a 6'8 freshman. He's from Chandler, Arizona. Here's Morris attacking left of the lane against the defense. Leans in against the white shirt, puts it up, doesn't get near the rim. Missouri brings it up the other way. There's Ross. They'll work it around the perimeter to Wes Clark, the freshman. Now over to Clarkson, the junior transfer from Tulsa. Inside, Gaines almost took it away. Clarkson under the bucket, kicks it out on the perimeter to Criswell, and he fires up a three. That's off the rim. Rebound goes to Georgia. Morris pushes it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Dogs work to our right. Man looking back at the Georgia bench for instructions from Bulldogs head coach Mark Fox. 16 minutes on the clock here in half one. The Dogs up 8-4. We scored the first 8 of the game. Thornton pivots, goes to Man on the right wing. Man hesitates, now through traffic, gives it to Dante, tries to bank it in with the right hand left of the lane.
He hurried his shot.
Here's Missouri with the rebound and a long pass up the floor. Jones caught it under the rim, then pivoted and tried to put it up and in, and he missed it right under the basket. They almost walked, but that wasn't called. And back on the other end, there's going to be a foul whistled against Missouri that will stop the clock with 15:38 to go, and we'll get into a media timeout. Foul on the Tigers. Dogs with a good start, leading Missouri 8-4, 15:38 to play. Half number one in the SEC opener. We'll come back for more Bulldogs basketball right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
At BB&T, we're here to exceed expectations for our mortgage clients. And based on their feedback, we've succeeded time and time again. BB&T has been honored by J.D. Power for ranking highest in customer satisfaction among mortgage servicing companies 4 years in a row. So if you're looking to buy, build, or refinance a home, you have 4 more reasons to choose BB&T. For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. BB&T, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Am I a fan? Oh yeah, I've got the team bumper stickers, the window stickers, window flags blowing in the breeze, and a horn that plays the fight song. Plus, I drive everyone to the game, every game, home and away. Of course, I've never actually seen a game. I just wait outside because they don't let cars in the arena.
Your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Minimize deposits and protect performance. Always use gas that cleans. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Oh, and I got a bobblehead on the dash.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Jerry Newman, my former State Farm policyholder.
No, this is Larry Newman, inquiring for a friend named Harry, who wants to know about the discount double check.
Oh, sure. That's when we comb through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
Oh, that sounds glorious. Take me back, Jessica.
Jerry.
You've seen through my clever disguise.
The discount double check could save you hundreds. Ask a State Farm agent today. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone back here in Columbia, Missouri. Dogs lead the Tigers 8-4. Bulldog basketball brought to you by the UGA Bookstore. Bulldog fans, shop the UGA Bookstore for the best in Georgia gear. Dogs in red tonight, Missouri in white. And the Dogs with a 8-4 lead, and Georgia going to the foul line with Charles Mann to shoot a pair. The foul on Missouri called against Wes Clark just before the timeout, the freshman guard. Mann, 4 out of 5 from the line against George Washington on Friday. Misses his first opportunity tonight, short off the front of the rim.
I thought we had that problem corrected last week.
Well, 68% for Charles this year. Second free throw, that one's good. Knocked it down all net. Charles with 3 points, and the Dogs with a 9-4 lead. 15:35 to go, half one. Missouri ball, they work in the front court. Right in front of us on the left end of the floor. Clarkson guarded by Mann out on the perimeter, left wing, got a screen. Dribbles around it, kills the dribble. We double team him momentarily. Now he lobs it cross court to Wes Clark. 15 on the shot clock for the Tigers. There's Ross going against Cameron Forte, who's into the ball game. Ernest Ross drives and attacks, and he got the spin off the rim, and it goes.
But again, the Dogs doing a good job on defense. They had them pushed out. Just a good move and a good score for them.
Dante, baseline jumper from 10
shot.
Is an air ball. Rebound goes to Missouri. Nimi Jurisic, Jawan Parker in the contest for Georgia. Here's a three by the Tigers. Ooh, brick by Tony Criswell, the 6'9" senior. Hurt. Yeah, that cracked the glass.
Wow.
And the Dogs rebound that dreadful miss. 14:44 to go. Clock moving. Dogs leading 9-6. With the ball, here's Jurisic pivoting right on the three-point line, left of the circle, goes to man. He gives it back to Nimi. Nimi trying to clear some space.
Beautiful.
Oh, behind the back feed to Forte on the block, and Cam lays it up and in.
We've talked about it a lot, Scott, for a big guy, Nimi Jurisic, with great court vision and the great ability to pass the ball.
11-6, Dogs by 5. Missouri with the basketball. That was a nifty assist by the junior from Montenegro. Tigers with the basketball. Criswell hands it off to Clark. They work on the left wing. The freshman drives across from Missouri, fires it back on the left wing to Criswell. He stumbles into the lane. He pivots now. He shoots from 6. Straight away, too deep, no good. Rebound goes to the Dogs. Man down the floor from left to right. Curls around at the top of the key. They'll reset the offense. Dogs with an 11-6 lead over number 21 Missouri early here in the first half. We played a little more than 6 minutes. Forte with the ball left wing, goes back to Man. Man dribbles it right, pushes it over to Parker. He drops it on the bounce to Jurisic. Faces up towards the basket, gives it to Charles with 11 on the clock. Man will shoot uncontested at the elbow. That's no good. Missed the 15-footer. Rebound taken by Clarkson from Missouri. All the way to the rim. He tries to score from the left side. That's no good. Roger Ayers blows the whistle. And they get the foul on Forte, I believe, on the Dogs. Cameron Forte with his first and the team's second foul. And it'll be free throws for Jordan Clarkson, the point guard from Missouri.
Scott, one of the things on Charles Mann missing that jumper down on the other end was he was drifting. His shoulders were, it's hard enough to hit a jump shot when you just go straight up, got your shoulders squared.
Clarkson, third in the SEC. Chuck just missed the first free throw. 84% shooter, and he was a little too long on that shot.
Well, that's fine, too. But what I was going to say was, but Charles was trying to take his jump shot while he was still moving. His shoulders were drifting. So you're going one way in the basket, and your vision's going the other.
Clarkson's second free throw for the right-hander. He missed them both. Dogs rebound. Nimi Jurisic falling out of bounds, saves it into Thornton. Dogs 5 on the floor. Mann and Gaines back in. Jawan Parker, Jurisic, and Thornton. Georgia leads at 11-6. Clarkson with 2 rare misses at the foul line. The freshman Parker spins away from a double team, fires to Gaines. A 3 left side is no good. Long rebound picked up on the bounce and the run by Wes Clark from Missouri. Clark at the elbow, kills the dribble, finds a big man down low. Jonathan Williams III, the 6'9 freshman, finishes the way a 6'9 forward should finish with a two-handed dunk.
With emphasis.
It's 11-8. Dogs by 3 with the ball. Missouri in a 2-3 zone. Gaines, one dribble to Man straight away, feeds Jurisic on the right side. Jurisic dribbles down to the baseline, feeds Man out front. Charles spins at the foul line, lost the dribble, dives to the floor, the ball is loose. They tie it up, and it's going to be Missouri basketball. A couple of bodies dove on the floor. One was Charles Mann. Missouri has the arrow. They'll get possession.
Well, Missouri's defense that time, that 2-3 zone, forcing the Dogs to stay outside, and finally Charles Mann tried to do what he loves to do and drive with it, and he just lost control of the basketball, ended up having to dive on the floor and tie it up.
Dogs scored the first 8 points of the game. Tigers have outscored us 8-3 since. 11-8, Dogs lead. Here's Ross. We won't let him shoot. Under the basket, he throws it out front. It's picked off and stolen by Morris. Brandon Morris down the lane, lost his balance underneath. They say a late foul, a kicking foul on Wes Clark. He tripped him up. Joe Lindsay saw it running, trailing the play, blew the whistle because Morris was going in for the layup. He lost his balance at the last second, threw the ball up, and it hit the underside of the backboard. And that's because Clark fouled him and picks up number 2 here in the half.
Yeah, there was a reason why he lost his balance.
Brandon Morris, 6'7 sophomore from Lithonia, drains the free throw for his first point of the ball game. Brandon at 60% for the year from the line, 26 of 43 prior to that make. 12-8, Georgia by 4. The left-hander puts it up, rims out, no good. They rebound. Morris goes 1 for 2. Mann went 1 for 2 earlier here in the half. Tigers trail by 4, 12-8. They've got the basketball. Ross flips it over to Rosberg. Give it to Clark, the freshman, playing a lot here early. Here's Williams, dribble and drive, and a finger roll by the big guy from the left side is good.
Well, his penetration was so deep, Marcus Thornton had a choice, either foul him or let him go on in, and he let him go on in.
Oh, that was smooth. A big 6'9" guy that can handle the ball off the dribble like that. Parker with a shot fake from 3, drives in, kick out, ball loose, stolen by Missouri. Here go the Tigers off and running. Wes Clark in traffic, throws it up, ball loose, and that's going to be a foul on the Tigers.
44.
As they got Rosberg, Ryan Rosberg, the 6'10 sophomore from Chesterfield, Missouri, commits the foul. His first, the team's fourth, and an official timeout with 11:30 to play in the half. Dogs still leading. Georgia 12, Missouri 10. We're back to Mizzou Arena in Columbia after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
The chalkboard. Sweeps, screens. Every play is drawn up and studied. When you can visualize a play, you can execute a play. The same is true in business. The more visibility you have in your supply chain, the better your business performs. That's why UPS lets you track what comes in and what goes out. Logistics is our game. See how we can help yours at thenewlogistics.com. UPS, official logistics partner of the NCAA.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Why choose more? Well, with Charter, more isn't just more channels, more speed, and more technology. More is new connections, new ideas, new worlds. It's an 8-year-old girl stumbling on a documentary about space, then explaining string theory to her 5th grade class. More is a mother of 3, becoming a die-hard NASCAR fan. Or your brother-in-law, actually saying something interesting. You see, more isn't just speed, bandwidth, and technology. It's discovering that part of you didn't know yet every time you turn on the TV, or click on a new link, or connect with a friend. And it's why Charter's invested more than $2 billion into our superior fiber-rich network to bring you more of what's now and what's next. But we bring so much more than that. We bring you more you. Charter. Make way for more. Call 855-312-4278 or visit charter.com to learn more.
Bulldog basketball brought to you tonight by Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. They're your local insurance company. The agents are your neighbors. They know and serve the residents in the 159 counties where they live. At Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what they do best every day. Georgia 12, Missouri 10, 11:30 to go in the first half, Chuck.
Scott, the stats are exactly dead even with Georgia hitting 5 out of 12 from the floor. Missouri 5 out of 12 from the floor, both at 41.7%. The difference is both teams have been to the free throw line 4 times. They're 0 for 4. We're 2 for 4. And there's your 2-point difference.
Tigers, one of the best rebounding teams in the league. No offensive rebounds at this point. Georgia out rebounding them 9-7 so far. Now they come with pressure on our inbounds. Jurisic goes to Mann, who goes to Gaines, back to Mann, and Charles will take it across the timeline into the front court to our right. We go to Morris on the wing. He holds it high, feeds it left to Thornton. Swing it around the perimeter to Mann. 20 to shoot. Jurisic has it. Here comes a 3. Good! He banked it in. Nippy with a 3.
We've got to start getting that guy those threes, and I don't know how you do it because teams scout. They see that Nimmie can hit that 3, and they've really started to defend it after about the 3rd game that the Dogs played this year. But you get him just a few seconds just to get that 3 off. Boy, is it valuable.
His 16th of the year at 52%, and now Clarkson, we see his skills as he dribbles it all the way around the defense and goes high and lays it up off the window for 2. His first field goal of the night. Jordan Clarkson, second leading scorer in the league, averaging almost 20 points a ball game. It's 15-12. Dogs by 3. Missouri has not led yet. Here's Thornton in traffic, puts it up. The whistle comes, and he got fouled. He missed the shot, though.
What great vision by Charles Mann that time. He was dribbling to his right, but he saw out of the corner of his eye Marcus coming free across the paint. Fed him beautifully.
Thornton to the foul line. Marcus, a 6'8" redshirt junior from Westlake High School in Atlanta. 55% from the line. He would like to get a little bit better at the stripe.
So would I.
You would like to get better, or you'd like him to get better?
I'd like to see him get better.
Okay, yeah, well, he missed that one. And the Dogs have missed 3 free throws already tonight. Jurisic out. Tim Dixon checks in for the first time. 6'10" junior forward from Columbus, Georgia. 15-12, Dogs by 3. We scored the first 8 of the contest and have led since the opening tip. But only 3 points separate us right now as Thornton misses the second free throw as well. We went 0 for 2. Boy, our free throw shooting is just a bugaboo. Missouri basketball. Here's Brown against Morris. Reverse lay-in. Oh, he got the bounce on the roll. He drove from the left wing, laid it up from the right side, and got the shooter's roll.
Yeah, he went by Brandon Morris with no problem whatsoever that time.
Jabari Brown, a 6'5 junior. He's a transfer from Oregon out of Oakland, California. Now Thornton scores on the bright block for the Dogs. Thornton with his second field goal, and it's 17-14. Dogs by 3. Missouri with the basketball. Tigers. Brown going to drive through traffic. The whistle blows. They're going to get Morris for a foul. He extended the forearm, and Brandon picks up his second. Will come out of the ball game as Cameron Forte quickly checks in.
Yeah, and he's not coming out of the game because of that foul. He's coming out of the game because of that previous defensive effort where he just let him have the baseline in the reverse layup.
Dogs' third team foul, second on Morris, so he's on the bench with 9:46 to go in the half. Now Jabari Brown takes it right at Cameron Forte, attacks the basket, and they got a pushing foul on Marcus Thornton. That's his first. Team's fourth. Brown will go to the foul line, 6'5" guard. The transfer from Oakland shoots 73% so far this season.
Scott, we talk about defense being part of the dirty work, and the Dogs not doing it there. They've a couple times now let these guys have the baseline. And, you know, pretty much the second thing they teach you in basketball, right after they tell you that it's inflated and not stuffed, they tell you don't let them have the baseline.
Brown hit the first free throw, made a lot of noise on the rim, and that one makes noise too. He misses, but they rebound it. Caromed off to the right, and Ryan Rosberg was there to retrieve it, the 6'10" sophomore from Chesterfield, Missouri. Here's Brown. He may have gotten away with a walk on a spin move. He missed a wild shot. Dixon rebounds in the paint for Georgia. Dogs ball, and Georgia still leads by a basket, 17-15. Gaines to Dixon, working around the perimeter. Forte, lob it back to Mann between the circles. He's guarded by Jordan Clarkson at 6'5", Mann at 6'4". Forte has it up against the near sideline. He turned it over.
He got in the air and had nowhere to go with it.
Here's Missouri quickly on the other end. Pull-up jumpers and air ball by Shane Rector, a 6'1" freshman from New York. Dogs rebound. And they called a foul on Missouri.
Juwan Parker in, Cam Forte out. Forte got up in the air down there with no place, didn't know where he was going. And then when he looked around, he had nowhere to go with the basketball. And that's why they ended up with it. We got a gift, though, with their air ball.
Dogs ball. Mann has it. Left-hand dribble. Goes to Parker on the right wing. Parker behind a screen from Dixon. Give it over to Mann. Hard pass inside to Thornton off his hands and high into the air and taken out of the air by Ernest Ross for Missouri. Tigers basketball. Here's Clarkson. Again, curls around the defense, drives right to the rim, and lays it up again. We got to put the kibosh on that stuff. Clarkson goes for a steal against Mann. Can't get it. Hooks a pass over to Gaines on the left wing. Back to Mann. 17 all now. Missouri's tied it up with that last basket by Jordan Clarkson, who will be an all-conference performer this season. Mann, one-handed pass to Parker. Juwan Parker with a three. That's no good. Off the rim, high. Rebound taken by Missouri as Brown lobs it up to Rosberg. He had it stolen from him by Parker. Dogs take it the other way. Moving to our right, Gaines throws up an air ball from 8 feet on the left baseline. Missouri with the rebound. They sprinted into the front court. Ross with a spin move. Mann reaches in, knocks the ball loose. It's going to be out of bounds. I guess it last touched Ross.
Yeah, it was off his knee.
Off his leg. It's going to go Georgia's way after the timeout. It'll be the Dogs' ball when we come back to Mizzou Arena. 7:48 to play in the first half. Georgia 17, number 21 Missouri 17. Back in a moment. Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Before Brian bought his 15th University of Georgia hoodie, before he put his house keys, office keys, and car keys on 3 separate University of Georgia keychains, and before he bought his children, nieces, and nephews University of Georgia onesies, Brian got the Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card for the University of Georgia, so he could earn 1% cash back on all purchases, everywhere, every time, 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas, all while showing off his team spirit. Plus, when he used his card for purchases, a contribution was made to his university at no extra cost to him. With the Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 1% cash back on all purchases, all the time, 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas. Apply today at a Bank of America location. Grocery and gas bonus rewards apply to $1,500 in combined purchases each quarter. Call 1-888-224-8735 for details about credit costs and terms. Copyright 2013 Bank of America Corporation.
We opened our very first Zaxby's in a college town. So naturally, we love college towns like Gainesville, Tallahassee, Athens, and Atlanta, and we love their teams, which is why we're so excited to be the official chicken of college fans. A title that comes with a few perks. We can support the colleges and towns that have always supported us. We'll be able to partner with great teams. And most importantly, Big Z gets to go to as many games as he likes. Don't mention it. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
The scoring recap's brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. Georgia scored the first 8 points of the contest, led it 8-0 before Missouri finally got on the board, and the Tigers have done a slow march to finally catch Georgia. They have not had the lead, but we are tied at 17 with 7:48 to go. Leading scorers for the Bulldogs, Marcus Thornton with 4. For Missouri, it's Jordan Williams III with 4, Jordan Clarkston with 4, Ernest Ross with 4. Williams also has 2 fouls. Wes Clark with a couple of fouls. They have 5 team fouls. The Dogs with 4 team fouls. Brandon Morris with a couple and is on the bench here in the first half. Dogs break out of the huddle. They'll come back with Dante Williams and Kenny Gaines, Charles Mann, Jawan Parker, and Nimi Jurisic to inbound the basketball.
Well, I've been impressed with what I've seen of Clarkson, Jordan Clarkson. He's a little out of that Charles Mann play, but he loves to curl that defense and go to the glass. Much prefers that to the jump shooting.
Dogs work in the front court with Mann on the dribble. They go to Parker on the wing. Left side of the floor to Gaines. In the corner to Jurisic on the baseline. Gives it to Dante. They quickly work it around Charles Mann high on the right side. 14 to shoot. Jurisic is on the right wing now. He gives it back to Mann. Mann uses a screen from Dante. Dribbles with the left hand to his left. It's now 6 to shoot. Screen Williams. Hooks it to Nimi Jurisic. They won't let him shoot the 3. 2 seconds to go. The shot clock will expire before Dante can get off that last second shot.
Dogs waited way too late, Scott, to get into their offense and start to push the ball inside.
I think they wanted Nimi to shoot that 3. That was the intent, but Missouri got out on him in a hurry. And by that time, it was too late to drive and dish, which is what Georgia did. They turned it over on the shot clock violation. All right, Tigers can take their first lead if they convert on this possession. Missouri basketball, they work to our left. We double-team the ball handler, Jabari Brown, on the far side of the floor. He gets it over to Clarkson, however. 10 to shoot for the Tigers. Clarkson directing some traffic, guarded by Mann. Fires it hard to Ross, drops it down to Rossberg under the basket too deep. He throws it away. Gaines picks off the bounce pass. Kenny Gaines jumps step into the lane, tries to hook it up and in, and it got rejected by Missouri. The Tigers take it away. They almost turn it over on the baseline, and they do.
They did. Yeah.
Yep. Brown couldn't handle the dribble on the pass, and he stepped on the baseline to our left, and they turn it over.
Yeah, the pass was just so far ahead of him. His momentum to catch up to it took him right out of bounds. That's a break for the Dogs. Still 17 all.
Dogs trotted up the other way, lob it into the front court to Jawan Parker. Gaines, overhead pass to Mann, quickly to Parker. Kills the dribble, threads the needle, skips it to Gaines. They find Dante on the left baseline. Mann posts up, takes a feed from Williams, powers it up and in, and scores. Charles Mann with his second field goal. He's got 5 points in the game. The Dogs in the lead, 19-17. Rossberg in trouble in the paint underneath. He's too deep under the basket. He finds Ross for a 3 in the left corner, though. And there's their first lead at 20-19 of the three-pointer by Ernest Ross, their first of the game.
Well, Georgia's entire defense had collapsed underneath on Rossberg. He had the easy pitch back out and a wide-open three.
5:40 to go, first half. Dogs trail for the first time tonight, 20-19. Georgia playing a solid half, staying toe-to-toe with the number 21 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers. Nemi, three, right corner, good. Jurisic got it open in the corner right in front of the Tiger bench and hit his second three of the night.
That's a mentally tough three right there. They come back and take a lead, and you answer with a three of your own.
Dogs up by 2 now with 5:15 to go first half. A runner by Clarkson in the lane. That won't go. Dogs fight for the rebound and get it. Man pushes it up from left to right, down the lane. He's stripped as he tried to jump and go to the rim. Out of bounds on Missouri. Dogs by 2, 22-20, 5:05 to play. Charles comes out, and J.J. Frazier, the freshman, comes in. Gaines will come out, and Cameron Forte checks in for Georgia.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how J.J. Frazier plays. He has not had a lot of court time over the past, 3 or 4 weeks.
He got in 3 minutes at the end of the game last Friday against George Washington. Prior to that, he did not play in the previous 4 games. So this is the earliest he's been in about a month, or so it seems. Dogs lob it into the front court. 25 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to run your offense. Under 5 minutes to go in the half, and Georgia with a 2-point lead. Juwan Parker, the freshman. Chest pass to Nemi. Catch, shoot, three. Wow. Good! All net for Jurisic. His third of the game. He's got 9. And it's 25-20 Georgia.
Well, you better believe at the half, that'll be a discussion in the Missouri locker room. How do you shut down that guy from threes?
Tigers with the basketball. They go inside. Big man leans, pivots. Jones, and he's in the lane for an eternity. Called for a 3-second violation. Torrin Jones, the 6'8 freshman, tried to spin in the lane, but all he did was spin away from one red shirt and into another. He had nowhere to go with the ball and got called for the 3-second violation. Dogs get it on the turnover. Here's another Jurisic three. That one won't go. Terrific rebound by Dante Williams, but he missed the putback as he drove to the rim. It went around the rim and out, no good. And then traveling on Missouri as they tried to run it out in transition. Dogs get it back with 4:15 to go, up 5, 25-20.
And I know he missed the shot, but Mark Fox congratulating Dante Williams on the hustle down there to get that rebound off the Nemi miss.
Georgia will inbound under the basket on the left baseline. They throw it into Forte on the left baseline and get it back out front. Point guard J.J. Frazier, the 5'10 freshman from Glenville, Georgia. Frazier to Juwan Parker. Fakes the three, dribbles inside the arc, now back out and gives it to Frazier. He cradles it with his left arm, flips it over to Parker, 18 to shoot. To Forte, right wing to Jurisic. Ball working around the perimeter. Now Frazier has it. Now here's Parker, open three, top of the key, won't go off the iron. Forte with a rebound, in heavy traffic, he muscles it up, it won't go. Tap in Jurisic, it won't go. Taps the rebound, and what? Out of bounds, touchdown by Missouri. We're fighting on the glass, Chuck.
No doubt about it. We talked about it. Dogs had to do the dirty work for 40. They're doing the dirty work so far for this first 20.
25-20, a timeout in Missouri. Georgia leading the Tigers with 3:41 to go in the first half. We got a ball game here in the opening half. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's a discount for good, but not great drivers.
No, Jerry. We also have accident-free discounts.
You give people one free accident?
Not quite. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving.
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Eat better. Think simple with Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic. It's delicious, affordable food that's free from 101 plus artificial preservatives and ingredients. And now Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic have added 100 new items for every part of your day to make eating better easier than ever. You'll find Simple Truth at your neighborhood Kroger. Just look for the green circle on the package. That tells you only the good stuff goes in. Simple Truth. Easy to find, easy to understand. Only at Kroger.
One thing we can all use a little more of.
Mom, where's my shoe?
Is time. Everybody's schedule is tight.
Come on, we gotta go.
So as a cashier at Kroger, I promise to get you on your way quickly. I know what it takes because I have a family too.
At Kroger, you'll enjoy faster checkout and low prices every day.
Hi, how are you today?
With a smile.
Stop by for fresh, tender Tyson boneless chicken breasts or thighs on sale for just $1.99 a pound with your Plus card. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Bulldogs basketball brought to you in part tonight by Chevron. Every day your car takes care of you, so take care of it. Don't use low-quality gas that can leave crud in the engine. Use the gas that cleans. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car. Dogs are, Chuck, one of your keys to the game was do the dirty work, and so far the Dogs are doing that with defense and rebounding.
Well, they're out-rebounding Missouri, and if you're going to talk about an upset, I mean, Missouri, one of the great rebounding teams in the country. And the Dogs are 16-13 on them on rebounds and doing a great job even on those defensive boards. Right now, Missouri only with one offensive rebound. So Georgia's doing exactly what it is. They're finding their man, getting that rear end stuck in that belly button and then blocking them off the boards.
Tigers with 8 turnovers here in this half. They averaged 13 a game, but already 8 here with 3:41 to go in the opening period. Dogs inbound in the front court to Forte. Off-balance jumper, left baseline, won't go. Caromed off the glass and the iron, taken down by Missouri on the rebound. I think it was Rosberg that got it. Dogs 5 on the floor. Parker and Frazier, Forte, Juricic, and Dante Williams. Missouri with the basketball. Here's Clarkson. Got a screen from Rosberg. Dribbles behind it to his right. He feeds Criswell over on the left, steps into the paint, now hesitates. He shoots an
he tried
an air ball or a pass?
No, he was trying to pass that to Rosberg. It's just a poor pass.
Dogs with the basketball. Forte kicks it to his right to Dante. Off balance. Dante glides and puts it up and in, and it goes. Boy, he looked awkward shooting. He looked like a newly born fawn trying to jump in the air and put that thing up. His legs are all spraddled everywhere, but it didn't matter what it looked like because it went. Missouri, Clarkson, pump fake in the lane, misses the 4-footer. They get the rebound, kicks it back out to Jabari Brown. He drives, dishes down low. Criswell blocked by Dante Williams, and the takeaway and a foul on Jabari Brown.
Wow.
No, that's on Criswell, excuse me. Criswell from Missouri picks up the foul. Dante mixing it up tonight. My goodness.
Hey, you know what? We've joked about Nemi being from Montenegro, but did you see what he did? He just picked up the basketball with his feet like a soccer player. He cupped it between his feet and then kicked it up with the back of his heel up into his hands.
He's been practicing his half-court shot like that.
Wow.
Here's man into the front court. Dogs are up by 7, 27-20. Our big lead has been 8, and that was the first 8 points of the game. Feed the post. Thornton, right low block. Back to the basket. Tried to spin around Rosberg. He blocked the shot. I think Thornton may have been trying to pass it across the lane to Juricic, and they got the ball. Now Missouri tries a 3. That won't go. They save the rebound underneath, but falling out of bounds, it goes into Gaines. Dogs run it up the other way in transition. Man with a crossover, kick out, open 3. Gaines, good! It's a 10-point Georgia lead on the road against Missouri in the SEC opener. 1:59 to go in the first half.
Wow, that was beautiful. Kenny Gaines got the penetration and kicked it back out. Charles Mann got the penetration, kicked it back out to Kenny Gaines, who shot that ball in rhythm and shot it beautiful.
Clarkson with the ball on the left end of the floor for the Tigers. Here comes a Criswell 3. He finds nothing but net. Tony Criswell, his first points of the ball game. Just 2 of 9 on threes before tonight's contest. And he hit that one, but he was wide open. Not a hand in his face. And it's 30-23. Dogs by 7. Georgia basketball. Parker on the far side of the floor will slowly walk it around the perimeter. Oh, almost stolen as he passes over to man. We go to Gaines on the wing. Feed Juricic above the right elbow. He spins to face up. Pump fake. Nowhere to go with it. Criswell's on him. Here's man for the jumper. Tried to bank it in for 3. Nothing doing. Rebound goes to Tony Criswell, the 6'9 senior from Oklahoma City. Now a foul on the other end of the floor against the Bulldogs as the Tigers came roaring down the floor. They got a push on Charles. Man with his first. Only 5 team fouls on the Dogs, Chuck, so Georgia in a good situation there.
Yeah, plus with their depth, fouls are something that Georgia can live with just because they do play a lot of guys. And so they can spread fouls out.
Clarkson at the line. Missed his first two free throw opportunities earlier in the ball game. That one's nothing but net. He's 84% foul shooter, so 2 misses. Entirely unexpected for this guy earlier in the ball game. He was a first-team All-Conference USA player at Tulsa as a sophomore. He drains the free throws and will more than likely will duplicate that feat in the SEC, at least this season. Second leading scorer in the league. He's got 6 points tonight. And now Mann and Clarkson mix it up a little bit. And now Roger Ayers has to get between them. Charles walked away and Clarkson kept jawing. They split them up just inside the half-court line.
Oh, now Frank
Haith wants a piece of that.
Well, he's got something to say to Coach Palmore.
Mark Fox is telling everybody to go back to our bench. It's getting a little bit heated here. What did Frank Haith come down? He came down to half court. What's he doing?
Well, I think he was complaining to the official, and then Coach Palmore had something to say, and then they got into it. So the officials had their hands full there, but now they're going to take a look at it to make sure that they didn't just catch the retaliation.
Who called the time? Was it Missouri or Georgia there? Georgia called the time. Okay. 53.1 seconds to go. Georgia with a 5-point lead now. It got up to 10 for a moment at 30-20, but now it's 30-25.
What they're looking at now is to make sure that it wasn't Charles Mann that did something first. And you got both officials over here taking a look at it. And they've got the screen turned away from us, so I can't tell.
Joe Lindsay, Roger Ayers, the officials looking at the monitor right now as Georgia leads it by 5. Missouri's only led once tonight. That was at 20-19. Georgia's had an 8-point lead and then the biggest lead at 10 with a minute 55 to go, 30-20. Nemi Jurisic has 3 threes tonight to lead Georgia in scoring with 9 points. Joe Lindsay's going to talk to Mark Fox right in front of us now as he explains perhaps what they saw on the monitor. Tigers riding a 26-game winning streak here at Mizzou Arena, and in Frank Haith's 3rd season here in Columbia, they've won 41 of 42 home games.
Well, Coach Fox seems okay with whatever the officials told him.
There was no call on the play. There was no foul called. They just, the officials just had to step in between Clarkson and Mann. And they're matched up with one another right now between the circles as Georgia awaits the basketball to inbound the ball with 53 seconds to go and 29 on the shot clock. Dogs with a 5-point lead on the 21st ranked Tigers. Georgia playing one of its better halves of the season. And it couldn't come at a more perfect time in the conference opener on the road.
I think it could be safe to say it's the best half of basketball the Dogs have played.
Man to Gaines. Gaines backs it up away from the defense. Missouri really extending it out. Mann has the ball guarded by Clarkson. Dribbles around a screen from Thornton. Kick out Parker. Here comes a 3. No good off the rim. Thornton fights for the rebound. It caroms away on the far side, and Gaines touched it out of bounds, trying to save it on the far side of the floor in the front court. It'll be Missouri basketball as Dante Williams will check in for Georgia. Jurisic out.
Well, Dogs had a great look at the 3. No problem there. You miss it. You're going to miss some, but listen, as long as you're getting good looks like that, run your offense, get a good look like that, then that's a successful trip down the floor.
Jawan Parker, the freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, 0 for 3 on threes tonight. Coming into the game, just 25%, 4 of 16. He had a tough time finding his range in his first few days of collegiate basketball. He missed his first 10 threes this season. He had gone 4 of 6 since, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's Missouri with the final 10 seconds on the clock. Clarkson in the front court. Dribbles between the circles. 5 to go. We double team him. Yeah. He kills the dribble. Here's Criswell just inside the arc. Shoots the jumper. That's no good. We rebound the miss. Great. And that's the way the half ends.
Terrific job by the Dogs that time on defense. When they came out and they jumped there, he was waiting to get that down in about 9 seconds to make his move. They double teamed him, and suddenly he was like, uh-oh, what do I do now? He picked his dribble up, and that's when he was dead.
Well, this score, as it flashes around the conference, will open some eyes. First half is done, and Georgia's out in front of the 21st ranked Missouri Tigers in their building. It's Georgia 30 and Missouri 25. It's time now for the Georgia Power Halftime Show, official energy partner of helping you save money. Visit georgiapower.com to learn ways to save energy, find available rebates, or take a free online energy checkup. Cabell Philpott is in our IMG Network studios. He is next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Around the corner can be a physical place or a state of mind. BB&T is there, firmly rooted in our community. For more than 140 years, we've been sharing financial knowledge with our clients, our neighbors, our friends, and that's how you can bank today. More informed and more confident in your decisions so you can move in a brighter financial direction. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Member FDIC.
We got problems, people. We four-leaf clovers are not getting picked anymore. It's this lucky loot scratcher with 20 chances to win up to $2.5 million.
We're four-leaf clovers. We're supposed to bring the luck.
And there's a second chance at another $2.5 million.
I say we stick the dog on them.
Yeah!
Who needs luck when you can win up to $2.5 million and get a second chance at another $2.5 million? Play the Lucky Loot Scratcher, new from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Please play responsibly.
This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
We're back with the post-game injury report, and you had kind of a scare, right?
We were at Stegman Coliseum, and the Dogs hit a three-point shot right at the buzzer. I jumped out of my seat to scream, and it hit me. I could barely breathe. Felt like a big old elephant was sitting on my chest. My buddy, he knew the signs of a heart attack. He called 911 and asked for Athens Regional. He knew if I needed open heart surgery or just one of those little balloon things. Athens Regional is the place to go. Now I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to cheer those Dogs on again.
Athens Regional, for the fans.
Looking for ways to save money and energy? Georgia Power has energy efficiency programs and rebates to help you make efficiency improvements to your home. To get started, take a free online energy checkup that takes less than 15 minutes to complete. There you'll find specific recommendations on ways to save tailored just for you. You could learn ways to save up to 30% on your annual energy bill. To learn more about available programs and rebates, go to georgiapower.com. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Georgia Power, the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the IMG Network studios, here's your host, Cabell Philpott.
Halftime score from Columbia. Georgia up on Missouri 30-25. Nimi Jurisic sparking the offense with his long-range accuracy. And again, the Bulldogs up 5 on the 21st-ranked Tigers of Missouri. Charter On Demand scoreboard. Couple of games in progress as we speak. Number 10, Florida, pulling away from South Carolina. This game has really not been close the entire way. 65-44. Gators up on the Gamecocks. 5:14 to go in regulation time. A Florida win would guarantee the longest home winning streak at the O'Connell Center for the 10th-ranked team in the nation. Scotty Wilbekin leading Florida with 17 points. Also, another shocker in developing in the Commonwealth. Number 14, Kentucky trailing Mississippi State 34-31. 2:32 to go in the first half. Wildcats seeing its first action trying to knock the rust off since beating number 12 Louisville back on the 28th of December. Despite out-rebounding the Bulldogs 23-15, the Cats just shooting 32% from the floor. The reason for the three-point deficit, Kentucky trailing Mississippi State. A little bit later on tonight, 9 o'clock tip from College Station as Texas A&M will host Arkansas. Our halftime score, Georgia up on the 21st-ranked Missouri Tigers, 30-25 at the break. When we return, we'll run down the top 25 scores right here on the Georgia Power Halftime Show on the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
Why choose more? Well, with Charter, more isn't just more channels, more speed, and more technology. More is new connections, new ideas, new worlds. It's an 8-year-old girl stumbling on a documentary about space, then explaining string theory to her 5th grade class. More is a mother of 3, becoming a die-hard NASCAR fan. Or your brother-in-law actually saying something interesting. You see, more isn't just speed, bandwidth, and technology. It's discovering that part of you didn't know yet every time you turn on the TV or click on a new link or connect with a friend. And it's why Charter's invested more than $2 billion into our superior fiber-rich network to bring you more of what's now and what's next. But we bring so much more than that. We bring you more you. Charter. Make way for more. Call 855-312-4278 or visit charter.com to learn more.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Before Brian bought his 15th University of Georgia hoodie. Before he put his house keys, office keys, and car keys on 3 separate University of Georgia keychains. And before he bought his children, nieces, and nephews University of Georgia onesies. Brian got the Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card for the University of Georgia. So he could earn 1% cash back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas. All while showing off his team spirit. Plus, when he used his card for purchases, a contribution was made to his university at no extra cost to him. With the Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 1% cash back on all purchases, all the time, 2% cash back at grocery stores, and 3% cash back on gas. Apply today at a Bank of America location. Grocery and gas bonus rewards apply to $1,500 in combined purchases each quarter. Call 1-888-224-8735 for details about credit costs and terms. Copyright 2013 Bank of America Corporation.
Welcome back into the IMG Network studios and the Georgia Power halftime show. The Dogs leading number 21 Missouri 30-25 at the break. Leading the Dogs in scoring tonight, Nimi Juricic off the bench, 3 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 3 boards, 1 assist, and a block to his credit. As we turn our attention to the top 25, number 6, an undefeated Wichita State leading Illinois State 37-24. In the Missouri Valley Conference opener for both those teams. 2:33 to go in the second half. 8th-ranked Villanova up 73-62 from Seton Hall. Wildcats lights out. 12 of 22 from long range, shooting over 50% from the floor tonight. 18th-ranked Kansas trying to hold off Oklahoma 83-77. 3:54 to go in the second half. Perry Ellis, 2 boards away from a double-double for the Jayhawks. He has 23 points on the night. 19th-ranked Massachusetts trailing St. Joe's 61-57, 3:04 to go in Amherst in that game. A little bit later on tonight, 9 o'clock tip, number 23, Illinois will try to take down 4th-ranked and undefeated Wisconsin Badgers, looking for their first 16-0 start in school history, should they be able to sneak away a win from the number 23 Illini tonight. Our game, the Dogs leading number 21 Missouri 30-25 when the Georgia Power halftime show returns. We'll send it back out to Columbia, Missouri. Scott Howard and Chuck Dowd will break down the first half stats and bring you the second half call, all coming up right after these messages on the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
Innovation, like the shot clock and the three-point line. It can revolutionize a sport. Or like Ford EcoBoost technology, transform the way you drive. With an available EcoBoost engine, you'll get a game-changing combination of power and big number MPGs. Dog fans, take your shot. Check out the Ford Fusion, Escape, and F-150 at your local Ford dealer. Or visit shopfordnow.com for great offers.
At Regions, our bankers are dedicated to helping you find smarter ways to manage your money. That means we'll take the time to help you find the Regions checking account that's best for you, introduce you to great tools like Regions Online and mobile banking, and give you the resources to budget and track goals with Regions My Green Insights. Drop by a branch or visit regions.com/open to get started. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG.
Okay, so let's say you need a good Plum-Electrica Doc Toy Organic, or the nearest Hodelica Theateranarian, or you need to fix your refrigerator, or you're simply in the mood for some Chinex Italianese takeout. With YP, it's all in one place. YP is 18 million businesses on one app. It connects you to plumbers, restaurants, dog groomers, and more. From San Diego to Kansas City to New Orlando. It's simple easy. Download the app and visit YP.com today. YP, the new way to do.
Between a cramped airline seat and the driver's seat. Between I'll be home soon and will I ever get home. Between worrying and wondering and relaxing and knowing. There is a clean, comfy shuttle every 5 minutes or so. Because you, my friend, are in exactly the right spot. The parking spot. The airport service that reminds you where you park matters. Learn more at theparkingspot.com. We have airport parking covered.
Scott Howard back with you here at the Mizzou Arena in Columbia, Missouri, where right now we will pause for station identification. You're listening to Bulldogs basketball on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG. Here are your first half statistics. Georgia leads. Here's the important number, 30-25 over the 21st ranked Missouri Tigers at intermission. The 25 points by Missouri, by the way, the fewest they have scored in a half this season. Georgia shoots 38.7% from the field, 12 of 31.
That's well below Georgia's average, too.
Indeed it is. The Dogs are a third in the league in field goal percentage at 48%, but just under 39% here in the first half. Georgia did hit 4 of their 10 3-point attempts, 2 of 6 from the line. They out-rebounded Missouri by 2, 20-18. Dogs had 8 assists on their 12 field goals, 5 turnovers, that's key, 3 blocks, 4 steals. The leading scorer, Nimi Jurisic, with 9 points, all of his field goals coming from behind the arc. For the Missouri Tigers, they were 10 of 25 from the floor, 40% shooting. They go 2 of 5 on threes, 3 of 6 from the foul line. Again, -2 on the glass against the Bulldogs, and they are +9 on opposition this season, second best margin in the league. 4 assists on their 10 field goals. They had 8 turnovers, 3 blocks and 4 steals. Their leading scorer is Ernest Ross, 3 for 3 from the field. He has 7 points in the ball game. Georgia outscored by Missouri in the paint, 16-14. Points off turnovers, Georgia 5, Missouri 2. Bench points, Georgia 11, and the Tigers 5. It's 30-25, Dogs over the Tigers. Another half to go here in Columbia, Missouri, in the SEC opener here on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Here at the new year, a lot of us commit to getting our finances in order, and there's often no better place to start than your house, especially given the market's historically low rates. Instead of going down the path of a traditional refinance, why not consider a strategic refinance through Georgia's own credit union? You could pay off your mortgage sooner and save a small fortune in interest charges, freeing you up to accomplish more of your long-term financial goals. So if you're thinking of refinancing this year, think Georgia's Own. Visit georgiasown.org to learn more. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Growing up, my dad used to take me to the game at the stadium. We'd watch our favorite team play, and we'd always eat at Zaxby's. That's why it means so much to me that Zaxby's is the official chicken of college fans. To me, they go together perfectly. It reminds me of my dad and...
Oh, come on, Ref! Are you serious? Get some glasses! Terrible call!
Now I take my kids to the game, and we always eat at Zaxby's too. It's tradition.
We're proud to be the official chicken of college fans. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Looking for ways to save money and energy? Georgia Power has energy efficiency programs and rebates to help you make efficiency improvements to your home. To get started, take a free online energy checkup that takes less than 15 minutes to complete. There you'll find specific recommendations on ways to save tailored just for you. You could learn ways to save up to 30% on your annual energy bill. To learn more about available programs and rebates, go to georgiapower.com. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
With Xfinity, you get a front row seat to the biggest moments. Get 24/7 coverage of basketball and hockey with NBA TV and NHL Network. Plus, get the Xfinity TV Go app and watch Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and more live on any device. Sign up for the HD Preferred XF Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends 3/31/14. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee extra. Subject to change.
Ready to go for half number 2. The Dogs with a 5-point lead over Missouri at halftime, 30-25. And Dog fans, if you want to score a little something extra with your Bulldogs tickets, sign up for StubHub Fan Rewards before you buy. You'll get at least 2% back on your tickets, plus the chance at complimentary seat upgrades, perks, and preferred access events. StubHub, as you know, is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. Dogs get the ball, Chuck, and hopefully a good start to this half like we had in the first.
Well, and the fact, too, that the Dogs have kept pace with them in points in the paint. That tells you the kind of job that the Dogs are doing inside on the glass.
Georgia with a basketball. Man slips down but quickly gets up and takes a feed from Morris on the right wing. Here's Thornton, flashes out front, top of the key, hands off to Man. Missouri in a man-to-man defense to start the final 20-minute stanza. Dogs by 5, 30-25. Tigers only had a 1-point lead once in the half. Here's the drive by Man and a flip up and in. Finger roll good by Charles Mann to get the second half started, and the Dogs extend the lead to 7, 32-25.
Well, I got to tell you, I think Charles Mann has really stepped up and taken the challenge of having to go one-on-one with Jordan Clarkson, one of the very best. And it seems to be accepting that challenge very well.
Rosberg got a hip check from Dante Williams on a bounce feed on the baseline. He scored on the lay-in, and he got fouled by Dante, who picks up his first of the ball game. And it's going to be a 3-point opportunity now for Ryan Rosberg, a 6'10 sophomore who's coming off a career-best 11 rebound performance in their win over Long Beach State the last time out. Free throw by Rosberg, 66%, stays in there good. That's his first points of the night. 32-28 is our score. Little three-quarter court pressure by Missouri. Now they back up into the half-court defense. The Dogs with Charles Mann on a slow left-hand dribble, stands in the center circle. A minute gone here in the second half. Gaines with the ball left wing for Georgia. Pulls it away and feeds Morris straight away. Brandon back to Gaines. Now Kenny with one dribble, and he'll toss it over to Charles Mann. 9 on the shot clock for Georgia. Charles backs it up. He wants a screen so he can dribble and drive. He does that. He drives through the defense. Made the bucket, but they wave it off. Roger Ayers called the charge on Charles as he ran through 2 Missouri defenders, Chuck.
Well, Rosberg did a great job of getting over. They invited, and Charles took the bait, they invited Charles Mann to take that drive down the left side, and Rosberg was sitting there waiting for him. Easy call for the officials.
32-28, 4-point lead for Georgia. Tigers have been on the ropes throughout. Missouri attacks right side. Jabari Brown with a pump fake, got our guy in the air, and then scored after he came down, and it's 32-30. Jabari Brown with the points. He's got 5 in the ball game. Brown averages 18.5 a game, second leading scorer on the team and one of the top scorers in the SEC this season. Dogs by 2 with the ball. Gaines for 3, left corner short. And the tap in by Dante Williams. Dante with the tap in.
Great job on the boards by Dante. Got it and put it back up softly off the glass.
34-30, Georgia. Driving layup attempt by Missouri. Williams threw it over the rim, and the Dogs' rebound is missed. Georgia still leads. 4-point slim cushion. Dogs with the ball. Man, right-hand dribble, backs it out as he looks over the Missouri defense. They go to Morris on the right side. Morris attacks from the right wing, stumbles as he throws it up. Not good, and Rosberg got the rebound on the miss by Morris. Now here's Clarkson. He tucks it and runs through the defense. Wrap around to Williams on the left low block. Rose it, nearly threw it out of bounds in the left corner. Here's Clarkson for a 3 from the wing. That rattles out, no good, and they whistle a foul on Williams for Missouri. He got tangled up with Thornton. Marcus ended up sliding to the deck, and Williams gets called for the foul.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know what happened to Missouri that time on offense, but they started panicking like they had to get a shot. They had 24 seconds on the shot. There's plenty of time. And they started acting like, oh, we got to do something quickly here. They just totally got way ahead of themselves.
Dogs lead it by 4, 34-30 after holding Missouri to only 25 in the first half. Their least productive offensive output in any half this season. Jurisic is checked in here in the second half for the Dogs. He's got 9 in the game and is Georgia's leading scorer. Georgia basketball. They work on the far side with Brandon Morris. One-handed pass to man. Catch, shoot, 3 wide open. Missed it right off the rim. Rosberg chases down the rebound on the left baseline. Feeds it up ahead to Clarkson. He'll trot it into the front court.
Great look by Charles. It just wouldn't go.
Clarkson with a crossover. Dribbles behind the screen from Ross. Here comes a 3 over Dante. That's no good. One-handed rebound by Gaines on the right baseline. Feeds man. Here come the Dogs right to left down the floor, leading by 4 over Missouri. Morris thought about coming to the rim. Then he curled around at the right edge of the lane and gives it up to Man. Man with a left-hand dribble, pushes it with one hand to Gaines. Quick feed to Jurisic. He'll shoot the long 2 from the elbow. Missed it, followed his shot, couldn't get the rebound. It caromed over his head. Clarkson with it, and on the move from Missouri. And blocked as he tried to run and lay it up from the left side. It was blocked out of bounds, ended up sailing behind the glass. It'll be Missouri basketball as the Dogs blocked it out of bounds.
Brandon Morris with the block.
31 on the shot clock for the Tigers. They trail Georgia by 4, 34-30. They throw it in, and that'll be an easy bank or an easy short 2 by Ernest Ross. It rattled in. Short range, a soft jumper from left to the lane. Ross now with 9 in the ball game, and it's 34-32. Dogs with a 2-point lead. Missouri crowd trying to get them revved up here as the Dogs are in trouble of losing the lead, and they throw it out of bounds. Trying to throw it into the post to Brandon Morris. It caroms off his hands and out of bounds over the baseline. Dogs turn it over, and it'll be Tigers ball after the timeout. 15:49 to go in the game. Georgia 34, Missouri 32. And we're back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Spend less time depositing checks. Have more time to balance your life. With mobile check deposit from BB&T, just download the app on your smartphone, snap a picture of your check, and hit deposit. It's safe, it's secure, and it's easy to deposit checks anytime you'd like. Quick as a flash, your to-do list just got shorter. Discover the ease of mobile check deposit at bbt.com/mobile. Member FDIC. Fees from your mobile or data carrier may apply.
We got problems, people. We four-leaf clovers are not getting picked anymore. It's this lucky loot scratcher with 20 chances to win up to $2.5 million.
What? We're four-leaf clovers. We're supposed to bring the luck.
And there's a second chance at another $2.5 million.
I say we stick the dog on them.
Yeah!
Who needs luck when you can win up to $2.5 million and get a second chance at another $2.5 million? Play the Lucky Loot Scratcher, new from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Please play responsibly.
We opened our very first Zaxby's in a college town. So naturally, we love college towns like Gainesville, Tallahassee, Athens, and Atlanta, and we love their teams, which is why we're so excited to be the official chicken of college fans. A title that comes with a few perks. We can support the colleges and towns that have always supported us. We'll be able to partner with great teams. And most importantly, Big Z gets to go to as many games as he likes. Don't mention it. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Bulldog basketball brought to you tonight by Tires Plus, proud to support the Georgia Bulldogs. So if you're looking to drive strong, head to Tires Plus for everything from tires to brakes to oil changes. Georgia 34, Missouri 32.
All right, look, Scott, they've done the dirty work. The rebounding, the defense here for 24 minutes. They got to keep it up. Coach Fox is encouraging the guys, you hang in here. You keep manning up with these guys. You've played them even, dead even. In fact, right now you're 2 up on them. Let's don't start to, waver or start to. This is where I'm talking about being mentally tough, because they're going to have runs. These are good guys that play for Missouri, and they're going to get runs. You got to be able to take that run and then answer.
Missouri trying to check in Criswell, I think, before they inbounded the basketball. Couldn't get him in the game. And the Tigers will take it up the length of the floor from left to right. Wes Clark, the freshman from Detroit, back in the ballgame at guard. And here's Jordan Clarkson. Going to be fouled as he drove down the right edge of the lane. They got Brandon Morris for the foul. That's his third. and number 3 on the Dogs, and Missouri will get a new clock, and they'll inbound the ball. Now, Criswell does check in, and Rosberg goes to the bench. Juwan Parker in for Georgia. Brandon Morris comes out after picking up his 3rd foul. Jurisic in the game for the Dogs, along with Gaines, Dante Williams, Charles Mann, Juwan Parker. Georgia in a 2-3 zone. Gaines and Mann out front. Parker, Jurisic, and Dante Williams across the back line. Clarkson dribbles to the middle of the floor. Turns left and feeds it to Jabari Brown. He lobs it back over to Clark. Clark with a low right-hand dribble. Feeds it to Ross. 3, good. Wide open on the left side. Ernest Ross with his second 3. He's in double figures with 12. And the Tigers lead it for the first time here in the second half, and for only the second time in the game, 35-34.
All right, now the Dogs need to answer now.
Mann takes a cross-court pass on the left wing from Parker. Now he'll flip it to Gaines, who feeds it back to Juwan. Dogs move it around the perimeter. Jurisic to Mann, 11 to shoot. Mann, screen from Dante Williams, hesitates, drives, feeds Jurisic in the paint. Pump fake, puts it up, missed it too far on the far side of the rim, and Dante Williams tried to get the rebound, got a hand on it, but couldn't control it and lost it out of bounds.
Dogs still did a good job on the boards that time, trying to keep that one alive. It just went off of Dante's hands and out of bounds, but still, Dogs need to answer now. You know, look, Missouri's made a good run here to start the second half. Georgia needs to answer it.
We're down a point. Clarkson in traffic, throws it up as it rolls around the rim and off to the left side, and the rebound is picked up by Jurisic. Dogs with the basketball, moving to our left, trailing by 1 for only the second time tonight. Gaines, left wing, stands in front of the Georgia bench. Jab step, fakes right, drives left, and they get a foul on Wes Clark, the freshman, with a push. 3rd foul on the Missouri freshman, and the Dogs will get a new clock and inbound the basketball. Left of the basket in front court. 35-34, Missouri leading Georgia. Dogs with the ball. Gaines throws it away on the inbound. Trying to get it to Jurisic, who didn't cut quite as far as Kenny thought, and Mark Fox is going to call a timeout. And that'll be a full timeout. 14-11 to go. We turned it over on the inbound. That's a no-no.
Coach Fox not happy with Nimmie. Nimmie started that way, and it's just suddenly just stopped.
35-34, Dogs trail Missouri by a point. Back in a moment. Timeout here in Columbia. This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
At Tires Plus, we don't shoot hoops, but we often jump through them for our customers because we believe in going the extra mile to help you go the extra mile. That's the kind of service that'll bring the crowd to its feet. For tires, tune-ups, oil changes, brakes, and more, trust your car to the best road team in the game. Buy 3 and get the 4th free on Firestone Affinity Touring tires. Plus, our synthetic blend oil change is just $19.99 in 30 minutes or less with an appointment. See store or visit TiresPlus.com for details. Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do.
This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Eat better. Think simple with Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic. It's delicious, affordable food that's free from 101 plus artificial preservatives and ingredients. And now Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic have added 100 new items for every part of your day to make eating better easier than ever. You'll find Simple Truth at your neighborhood Kroger. Just look for the green circle on the package. That tells you only the good stuff goes in. Simple Truth. Easy to find, easy to understand. Only at Kroger.
One thing we can all use a little more of.
Mom, where's my shoe?
Is time. Everybody's schedule is tight.
Come on, we gotta go.
So as a cashier at Kroger, I promise to get you on your way quickly. I know what it takes because I have a family too.
At Kroger, you'll enjoy faster checkout and low prices every day.
Hi, how are you today?
With a smile.
Stop by for fresh, tender Tyson boneless chicken breasts or thighs on sale for just $1.99 a pound with your Plus card. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Missouri with a 1-point lead over Georgia, 35-34 with 14-11 to go in the ball game. Bulldog basketball is brought to you by Chevron. Every day your car takes care of you, so take care of it. Don't use low-quality gasoline that can leave crud in the engine. Use the gas that cleans. That would be Chevron with Techron Care for your car. Georgia, a little bit of a slow start offensively in the second half. Just 2 for 7 from the field here in the first 5+ minutes. They've scored 4 points and Missouri erased a 5-point halftime deficit, and they now lead by 1.
I had a chance a while ago to speak with John Sunvold, who's doing color on the telecast tonight, and the former Missouri great, former NBA great. He was talking about how much he loved Georgia's defense and the way they're playing it tonight. Particularly, he liked the way Charles Mann was stepping up to the challenge.
Got to keep it going if the Dogs want to pull the upset. Here's Brown cross the lane to Rosberg, who's back in for the Tigers. Missouri basketball. Clarkson dribbles, looks over the Georgia defense, feeds Brown on the right wing. He got a screen. Now he'll spot up for a 3, and we foul him on a 3-point shot with Kenny Gaines.
Wow.
He kind of ran into Dante and Kenny Gaines out front trying to guard against the 3, and Brown able to draw the contact. Gaines picks up his first foul, and it's 3 free throws for Jabari Brown. 73% shooter, 59 of 81. And that free throw is no good.
Well, I was just about to say Georgia was doing a good job. If they fouled him, they barely touched him. But, the shot was affected, I guess. It was well short.
Brown with 2 more free throws. The right-hander sinks that one. Better looking shot, obviously, as the first one clanked off the rim. So he's 1 for 2 and another one to come. The Tigers tonight, 5 of 9 on their free throws. They were tied for first in the league coming into the game tonight at 71.3% from the stripe. Brown hits 2 out of 3. He's got 7 points in the game, and the lead grows to its largest for Missouri, 37-34. A full 3-point lead. Dogs ball into the front court. Man, they go for the steal. Can't get it. Cameron Forte is checked in along with Jawan Parker for the Bulldogs. Marcus Thornton in. And Nimi Jurisic along with Charles Mann are 5 on the floor. Parker attacks inside, kicks it back out to Charles Mann.
Dogs handle the pressure real well from the Tigers defense that time coming up the floor.
7 to shoot. Mann, left-hand dribble. Jurisic looks at the 3, now going to drive with it. Nimi has the shot blocked in the far corner. Missouri with a takeaway. They push it up the floor. Rosberg, blocked by Thornton off the window, and the ball caroms out of bounds. Terrific defense by Marcus Thornton, as Missouri was running a fine break, and Thornton able to recover on
Georgia's
defense
ball.
for Georgia.
Georgia's ball, too, that in the scramble for the ball, it went off Missouri out of bounds.
Big break for the Bulldogs here. The lead is 3 for the Tigers, 37-34. As Jurisic comes out of the ball game, Tim Dixon in for Georgia. We approach the 13-minute mark to go in the contest. It's a 1-possession game. Dogs got to run out on the rails here last year, 79-62. 0-4 all time against the Tigers, but threatening here tonight. Dixon with a baseline jumper won't go. We tap the rebound. Thornton pulls it down, fights, throws it back up, and
they're going to give him 2. They're going to give him 2.
They're going to call the foul on Ross, Ernest Ross, the transfer from Auburn, the 6'5 senior. Commits the foul. That's his first. And Thornton with 2 foul shots. Marcus with 4 points, 0 for 2 from the line tonight, 55% for the season. Free throw number 1, caroms off the rim, no good. The Dogs miss another opportunity at the line. We're now 2 for 7 from the line. They're 6 for 10, we're 2 for 7. Second free throw, Thornton front rim, no good. They rebound.
Wow.
2 big misses right there. We're down 3, 37-34. Tigers with the ball, 12:38 to go in the game. Brown holds it, guarded by Brandon Morris, who's back in for Georgia with 3 fouls. Now here's Clarkson in the lane. Contact Thornton. He traveled. Jordan Clarkson commits the turnover.
He got into the paint and picked up his dribble, and suddenly he was still being defended. He thought, I'll get away with this, but he didn't.
Man, just inside the half-court line for the Dogs. We trail by 3 points. It's our largest deficit tonight. We've led for 95% of the game, maybe 99%. Morris over to Mann on the far side of the floor, 14 to shoot. Charles going to dribble and drive with the left hand in the lane, puts it up, won't go. Fight for the rebound. It's loose in the corner. Brandon Morris is going to chase it down. We got a new shot clock to work with, and Georgia calls a time. Morris was falling out of bounds, and I think they were defending him pretty well, and he had to call a time.
Smart play, really. Get the quick timeout. That saves possession for Georgia. Still got another opportunity. And another good example of Georgia. Look, they missed the shot inside, but they did a great job on the boards, kept the ball alive, ended up scrambling for it over the corner.
With that timeout, however, Georgia has but 2 remaining. 37-34. Dogs shooting 34% for the game. Missouri at 40%.
And that's the disappointing thing right now is the Dogs shooting the 34%. Because like you pointed out earlier, Scott, Georgia's third in the conference in shooting percentage and field goal percentage. This is a team that we're used to, accustomed to seeing, shoot up around the 50% mark. If they can get that back up here, start to hit some shots, because they're getting looks. They're getting, in fact, inside looks. And they just need to get some of these shots to fall.
Both of these teams average over 70 points a game, but welcome to SEC play, I guess.
Absolutely.
37-34, Dogs ball and front court, far sideline. Almost a full clock to work with. Charles Mann with a right-hand dribble, screened by Thornton, dribbles right behind it. Charles will reset between the circles. Clarkson goes with him in a man-to-man defense. Again, around a screen from Thornton. Back the other way, around another Thornton screen. Spins in the paint, puts it up with the left hand. It falls off to the left side. The rebound's taken away by Missouri. Ross with the ball into the front court for the Tigers. Missouri at 12-1. Georgia at 6-6. Tigers riding a 26-game home court winning streak.
Boy, good. And again, at 12-1, as we point out, they're just 2 points shy of being perfect.
They've won 13 in a row here on their home floor against conference opponents. As Missouri will stretch out the lead with Jabari Brown. Curls around, got under the basket deep, and flipped it up and in. Brown now has 9, and the lead grows to 5 for the Tigers, 39-34. Brandon Morris attacks from the left side, kisses it off the window, left of the lane.
Wow, he just kind of put it up there, I think with pretty much a prayer, but it was answered that time. That was nice.
10:46 to go. We trail by 3. Clarkson steps through the logo into the front side of the court. They go to Brown on the right side. He's guarded by Brandon Morris. Dogs are playing man-to-man defense. Beats Clarkson. Man trailing. Clarkson down the lane. Blocked as he goes to the basket by Marcus Thornton. And then Clarkson lost it out of bounds, trying to save it on the right baseline. It'll be Dogs ball when we come back. It's an official timeout with 10:28 to go. Georgia hanging around, trailing 39-36. Getting late in the second half. We're back to Columbia, Missouri after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Am I a fan? Oh yeah, I've got the team bumper stickers, the window stickers, window flags blowing in the breeze, and a horn that plays the fight song. Plus, I drive everyone to the game, every game, home and away. Of course, I've never actually seen a game. I just wait outside because they don't let cars in the arena.
Your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Minimize deposits and protect performance. Always use gas that cleans. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Oh, and I got a bobblehead on the dash.
Hey, Georgia fans, can't get enough Bulldog coverage? GTV is your online home for exclusive Georgia multimedia content.
Reverse way in. Ho, ho, ho. Look at that move by Big John. He's been practicing.
Stream live games, press conferences, and highlights from all available Bulldog athletics.
Holy smokes, what a block.
Log on to GeorgiaDogs.com/all access to subscribe today. Don't miss a minute of action. Get online. It's game time.
The chalkboard. Sweeps, screens. Every play is drawn up and studied. When you can visualize a play, you can execute a play. The same is true in business. The more visibility you have in your supply chain, the better your business performs. That's why UPS lets you track what comes in and what goes out. Logistics is our game. See how we can help yours at thenewlogistics.com. UPS, official logistics partner of the NCAA.
Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone here in Columbia, Missouri. Snow on the ground, but
a lot of it, too.
Yeah.
It was just, and what is that? We go to Colorado, there's snow. We go to Washington, D.C., and there's snow. We come here, and there's snow.
I think it's wintertime.
Yes.
Would that be it?
That must be it.
Is that the connecting factor?
Son of a gun. Boy, I'm telling you, it was a lot of
That's
snow.
why I come along with you on these trips now.
So I can explain the meteorological into that. Yeah, there's tons of snow on the ground here in Columbia. But I got to tell you something. It's great to see the University of Missouri, the way that they have really embraced the SEC. You see it all over town. Now they're expanding their football stadium. I mean, it's wonderful to see that they are really in full speed.
Well, they jump into it with both feet. I mean, they get into the SEC championship game in football in their second year. They've traditionally been very good in basketball.
And look like they're going to be again this year. I would say right now, looking at Missouri, they're probably one of the 3 best teams in the conference. I would think Kentucky, Florida, or Florida, Kentucky, and Missouri will be the 3 top.
Definitely Florida. And the Dogs will see the Gators next week. They were wearing out South Carolina tonight at last check down in Gainesville. Here it's 39-36. Tigers lead Georgia by 3. The Dogs have led virtually all night. This is only the second time we've trailed. Man was open in the lane for a moment. He goes up. He got it blocked by Ross. He got the rebound or the carom on the block, and then he scored from the right side of the rim. It got fouled as well, and a chance to tie with a 3-point play as Missouri commits the foul.
The conventional 3 has not fallen tonight for Charles very well, but there are other ways to get the 3, and here's one of them, but you got to hit that free throw.
Ross picks up his second foul. Here's Charles at the line. Free throw. No good. He followed it. Got the rebound. Turns around and gets it out of trouble. Oh, my goodness. We can't make a foul shot again. 2 of 9 from the free throw line. Oh, dreadful numbers. But the Dogs are right in it. We're down a point, 39-38 with the ball. Juricic, right wing, goes to Gaines. He's going to put it on the floor, drive, flip it up with the left hand. It won't go. Rebound tapped up and out of bounds by Missouri. They tried to save it. Their guy fell down on the far side. That was Criswell, the 6'9 senior. He fell down on the baseline. Couldn't find the handle, lost the ball out of bounds. It'll be Dogs ball. New shot clock, 9:35 to go. Down a point on Missouri's home floor. Gaines lobs it into man in the front court. Dogs will run their offense. Gaines to man. Juricic flashes out there. He'll take the ball, dribble it once, give it to Kenny. Gaines flips it with his left hand to man. Charles cradles it in his left hand, then in his right as he points for Gaines to switch sides of the floor. Morris to man, fakes the 3. Gaines is open for the 3, left corner, too much on it. Rebound, Juricic on the right baseline. He goes back up and they call an offensive foul on Nemi.
How did that happen?
They called a charge, says Joe Lindsay.
Boy, Mark Fox has given that official an earful. Nemi had position under the boards. How do you get an offensive charge?
Nemi's first foul. Missouri with a basketball as they bring it up the floor. 9 minutes to go, and Joe Lindsay going to call a time. Did he give Mark a technical? He's just going to come over and ask him to calm down. He's giving him a warning. 39-38.
Off comes the coach.
Yeah, he gave the coach a warning, and Mark sheds the jacket. He's getting down to business.
Well, again, I think he's right. I don't know how you call an offensive foul on that.
Well, 2 Missouri guys hit the deck. 2 bodies went to the floor, and that's when the whistle blew. So maybe they coached him into it.
Okay, was it a sympathy call? I mean, come on.
39-38 Tigers. They've got the ball. Here's Brown. Pivots inside the foul line. Gets it out on the wing to Clarkson. The left-hand dribble, then the right. Into the corner. Here comes the 3 ball. That's good. 3 ball, Jabari Brown. That's his first 3. He's got a dozen points, and the lead is the biggest it's been all night for the Tigers at 4 points, 42-38.
And the first time we've heard this crowd really get into it.
8:28 to go. We get it into Morris. He pivots inside, puts it up and rolls over the rim. It would not go. Whistle and a foul. Morris is going to go to the line. They got the foul on Clark. Les Clark, the freshman, picks up his 4th. And Chuck, we've been hideous at the foul line tonight. 2 of 9, but Morris has got to make it count here.
Scott, what's really hurting us are those really close shots. That ball rolled right over the rim. I mean, we've missed a number of those really close.
Morris missed another one. He's 1 for 3.
Well, this is becoming habit for him.
Second free throw on the way. Joe Lindsay and Mark Fox discussing something with their hands over their mouths right in front of us after their altercation a few moments ago. Morris makes 1 out of 2. He made the back end. 42-39. We're down 3 with 8:18 to go at Mizzou Arena, where they've won everything in sight in the last 3 years, or so it would seem. Clarkson with the ball, kills the dribble, needs some help. Ross bails him out on the right wing. He holds it high, feeds the post inside, and that's a charge on Missouri. Williams ran right through Dante Williams, and Joe Lindsay made the call. Well, that conversation may have paid off.
Absolutely, you know exactly what that was. But hey, look, we'll take that.
Jordan Williams with his 4th foul gives the Dogs the ball. Down 3 with under 8 minutes to go. Man into the front court to Jurisic, above the arc. Lobs it left to Gaines. They go inside to Morris. Morris spins into the paint, puts it up right hand, good, right in front of the basket.
Beautiful spin into the paint. That was just a nice move by Brandon Morris.
42-41. We trail by 1. They've got the ball. 7:35, clock ticking. Students are standing down to our right. The season ticket holders nestled comfortably in their seats. Ross on the left wing above the arc, lobs it over a defender to Clarkson out front. Clarkson crossover, uses a screen, 11 to shoot. Clarkson still dribbles, crossover. We swipe at the ball, knock it loose. They pick it back up, though. Jonathan Williams, and they're going to whistle a foul on the Dogs. He went up. I thought we got ball, but we got body too. Foul on the Dogs as we go into an official timeout with 7:14 to go. Missouri clinging to a 1-point lead over the Georgia Bulldogs, 42-41. Timeout in Columbia. We're back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Knowledge can prepare students for a successful future. At BB&T, we encourage the pursuit of knowledge on and off the field. Because when students participate in sports, they learn important things, the benefits of teamwork, the power of preparation. That's why we're a proud sponsor of high school and college athletics, and why we offer banking programs designed just for students, so they can start moving in a brighter financial direction today. BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Member FDIC.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
With Xfinity, you get a front row seat to the biggest moments. Get 24/7 coverage of basketball and hockey with NBA TV and NHL Network. Plus, get the Xfinity TV Go app and watch Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and more live on any device. Sign up for the HD Preferred XF Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends 3/31/14. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee extra. Subject to change.
We're back with the post-game injury report, and you had kind of a scare, right?
We were at Stegman Coliseum, and the Dogs hit a 3-point shot right at the buzzer. I jumped out of my seat to scream, and it hit me. I could barely breathe. Felt like a big old elephant was sitting on my chest. My buddy, he knew the signs of a heart attack. He called 911 and asked for Athens Regional. He knew if I needed open heart surgery or just one of those little balloon things. Athens Regional is the place to go. Now I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to cheer those Dogs on again.
Athens Regional, for the fans.
Johnny? 42-41, Missouri leading Georgia by one old stinking point with 7:14 to go. And Chuck, when we look at the numbers, we can easily find where that one stinking point is.
Yeah, on the free throw line. Well, I mean, that's not hard. But I'll tell you what you really are liking is we said at the start of this game that Georgia needed to do the dirty work. Well, they're playing good defense, but defense is only part of the dirty work. The other part doing the rebounding. Yeah. Boy, they are out-rebounding Missouri 34-25 right now. I mean, that's astounding, because Missouri's one of the better rebounding teams that Georgia has seen all season or will see all season.
Well, they're second in the league in margin at +9 for the year.
Well, right now they're down 9.
At the line is Jordan Williams, 6'9" freshman out of Memphis, 51% foul shooter. He's a left-hander, and he bricks it up there, no good.
Looking at that one, I'm surprised he's 51%.
Well, he's less than that now. Earlier this year, had a 17-rebound game against Gardner Webb, the most by a freshman in the NCAA this year. That free throw is good. So the lefty hits 1 for 2. Now he leaves the game. He picked up his 4th foul earlier.
That's 50%, right?
Yeah.
That's right where
there you go. 43-41. The lead is 2 for the Tigers. Dogs ball. Mann trots it up from right to left into the front court. Charles Mann with a left-hand dribble goes to Morris on the right wing. Screen Jurisic. Brandon dribbles behind it. They feed the man inside to Dante. He puts it up off the glass. No good. Morris with the rebound and the putback good with the left hand.
Wow.
Morris with 8.
Another great rebound by the Dogs and a putback.
We're tied at 43 with 6:46 to go. Missouri, a heavy favorite coming into this ball game tonight. They've won 26 in a row on their home floor. They've never lost to Georgia, but they're being threatened now. Clarkson with an off-balance jumper. Terrible-looking shot. Was that an air ball? Did that even nick the iron?
No, it was an air ball, and then trying to save it. It was Ernest Ross, and he collided with the back of the basket there.
It's the Dogs' ball and a chance to take the lead with 6.5 less than that to go in the game. Mann asks for the ball from Morris on the wing. Now Morris dribbles, cross-court into the corner. Kenny fakes the 3, going to dribble and drive, steps through the defense, flips it up and in, and his tongue is hanging out as he's running back the other way.
Great athletic move, beautiful balance, and terrific drive to the basket there, Kenny Gaines.
45-43. The Dogs on the verge of something special here against the number 21 team in the country, maybe. And Jabari Brown forces up a one-handed jumper for 2. He got fouled. He got hit on the arm by Kenny Gaines, who picked up his 2nd foul. That's the 7th team foul. So the Tigers have reached the bonus stage of their free throw shooting with 5:58 to go, but this will be a 2-shot foul for Brown anyway. Brown, right-handed release, free throw good. Jabari Brown with a baker's dozen, 13 points for the 6'5 junior, the transfer from Oregon, from Oakland, California. Another free throw to come. That's good.
All right,
tied at 45.
Here's where you got to be mentally tough now. You got under 6 to play. You're tied on the road in the SEC against a team that was heavily favored over you. Dogs need to show the mental toughness.
They played steady all night long. Morris to Jurisic above the arc, left side of the floor, gets it to Mann. Charles dribbles with the right hand, feeds Dante Williams. Crowd noise grows as Georgia's possession gets a little bit deeper into the shot clock. 12 to shoot. Here's Morris with the ball. Kills the dribble. Feeds it inside. He forced it, and he turns it over. Stolen by Missouri as Brown brings it up the floor into the front court. Brandon Morris with a bad decision there for Georgia. He killed the dribble, Chuck, and then he forced a bad pass.
He saw Nemi coming across open, but he didn't put enough on it. He just kind of lobbed it in there, and it was tipped away and stolen.
We're tied at 45. In the corner, a three-pointer. That was partially blocked, and then Nemi trying to go up in the air on the short shot is whistled for a foul. A push on Jurisic, his 2nd.
Let's take that, because I think that was a makeup for missing on the – I think he was fouled in the corner on the 3.
Yeah, Gaines got ball, but it looked like he came down and got some arm, too, on the replay. But Jurisic got whistled for the foul as he tried to wrestle for the ball after the blocked shot. Here's Criswell at the line for Missouri. Free throw number 1 is good. Tigers from the line, 10 of 15. Georgia 3 of 11 in the game. Missouri with a 1-point lead, 46-45. Now make it 2 as Tony Criswell, the 6'9 senior, converts a pair. 47-45, Tigers lead, under 5 to go. Mann in the lane, dumps it down to Dante. They call a foul on the floor against the Tigers.
1 and 1
Jordan
for Charles
blowing
Mann.
the whistle. Now that's going to go against Jabari Brown.
We got the bonus now for the Dogs, so Charles Mann will go up there shooting 1. Well, no, they're going. Yeah, 1 and 1 for Charles Mann.
That's the 7th team foul on the Tigers, and Mann to the line. Roger Ayers says 1 and 1, and Joe Lindsey says 1 and 1. So it will be 1 and 1. Mann, right-handed release is good. He'll get the opportunity for the bonus. Charles in double figures with 10. He's the Dogs' leading scorer. Jurisic had 9 in the first half, but hasn't scored here in the second. We've got 4:58 to go in the game. And it's the Tigers leading Georgia by 1. Second free throw is all net for Charles. He swished a pair, and we're tied at 47.
That's a great time to start hitting the free throws, isn't it?
No time like the present. 47 apiece, 4:50 to go. Missouri ball. Clarkson on the right wing. Finds Criswell open. He steps to the elbow, shoots the 15-footer, and rattles it in there. He didn't like the long jumper, so he stepped up about 4 feet and took the 15-footer and drilled it.
Well, why not? He was all by himself. I mean, there was nobody with him. So
49-47 Tigers. Dogs ball down 2. Man with the ball. Inside the arc. Jurisic, left corner, Morris. Morris, one dribble up the wing to Nemi. 20 to shoot. 4:20 to play in the game. We're down 2 to the 21st ranked team in the country. Man. Contact right of the lane. Anthony Jordan blows the whistle. They're going to get a foul on Ryan Rosberg, the 6'10 sophomore for Missouri.
Man, we'll get another 1-and-1.
That's Rosberg's second, the team's 8th. And Charles back to the foul line. Man, 3 for 5 from the line tonight. 11 points in the game. These are big. Free throw, good. 3 in a row for Charles. 49-48, Tigers by 1. Man, 2 bounces, eyeballs the rim. There it goes, and it's no good. He got the rebound, then got knocked to the floor. He'll go back to the line. Another foul on Missouri. A push, he's going to get another 1-and-1 opportunity. 49-48, Charles, if he can convert a pair here, will give the Dogs a 1-point lead.
Boy, the next foul will be the double bonus for the Dogs.
Man, free throw, front end, 1-1, won't go. He hit the front rim, and Ross got the rebound. Oh, big miss there for Charles. Tigers by 1 with 4:05 to play in the ball game. Clarkson around the defense, to the rim, flips it up and in, good. That was too easy. That's his first points of the half. He's got 8. That's 11 below his average tonight. But it's 51-48. Tigers by 3. Dogs ball. Trying to catch up and pull a huge upset on the road here at Mizzou Arena. Morris dribbles with the left hand, far side of the floor, lobs it to the near side to Man. 3:37 to go in the game, 12 to shoot on this possession. Man dumps it inside to Dante. A holding foul called on the Tigers.
Boy, that's the oldest play. You know, in basketball, the first play they teach is a screen and roll. That's what that was.
And they got a hold on Ross, his third, and we've got a timeout. 3:33 to go. We're in the home stretch in Columbia. It's the Tigers 51, the Bulldogs 48. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Am I a fan? Oh yeah, I've got the team bumper stickers, the window stickers, window flags blowing in the breeze, and a horn that plays the fight song. Plus, I drive everyone to the game, every game, home and away. Of course, I've never actually seen a game. I just wait outside because they don't let cars in the arena.
Your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Minimize deposits and protect performance. Always use gas that cleans. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Oh, and I got a bobblehead on the dash.
State Farm, this is Kristen.
Wow, it's 3 a.m. You guys really are always there for me 24/7. That's like better than my mother.
Better than who?
Mom, get off the phone.
Where was this person when you needed your diapers changed, huh?
Maybe I should go.
No, Kristen, please stay. Mom, please, get off the phone!
Or when you needed to be tucked in bed till you were 15 years old.
Okay, Kristen, I'll call you back.
State Farm is there for you 24/7, like no one else. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
After a year looking for the right job, I'm a proud full-time employee with a steady paycheck and a lot less time on my hands. So I got a checking account from SunTrust. Mobile features let me manage my money how and when I want. And it's easy to avoid fees, so I keep what I earn. I may still be figuring things out, but it feels great knowing I'm on my way.
SunTrust Checking lets you go mobile with features like mobile deposit and bill pay. Plus get a MasterCard check card with no monthly usage fee. Visit suntrust.com/mobile. Terms apply.
.333 to go here at Columbia, Missouri. The Tigers leading Georgia 51 48. This scoring recap's brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. Dogs led by 5 at intermission, 30-25, holding the Tigers to their fewest points in any half so far this season. Second half is certainly not an offensive explosion. The Tigers have outscored us, however, 26-18. They lead by 3. Their leading scorer, Jabari Brown, with 14 points. Ernest Ross has 12. Dogs' leading scorer is Charles Mann with 12. They've got a couple of players in foul trouble with 4. Clark and Williams, a couple of freshmen in a bit of a foul jam. And the Dogs just can't buy a free throw tonight. We're 6 of 16 from the line.
And that has just too often been a bugaboo for the Georgia Bulldogs this season. As you pointed out earlier, first 4 games, we were like 75% from the line. And then since that time, it's been what, right at 60 or something?
Right under 60%, and it's not going to get any better tonight as the Dogs hit the free throw with Dante Williams. Double bonus the rest of the way. As Missouri committed its 10th foul just prior to the timeout. Dante with 7, trying to make it 8, and he knocks it down. Bent the rim on that one, and it's 51-50. We're down a point. Tigers ball, 3:28 to play. And Missouri works down to our right. Clarkson kills the dribble, finds Criswell. He hands it off to Brown. Jumper. Oh, he got the roll. He kissed it off the glass. It looked like it was going to carry him out, and it went back in. The bank shot with a couple of bounces off the rim. It's 53-50. Tigers by 3. Jabari Brown now increasing his team-leading point total to 16. Dogs ball. Jurisic holds on the far side. Now they get it to Charles Mann. 16 to shoot for Georgia. Screened by Dante. Mann hesitates. Now he drives. He throws it up. It spins off the window and goes.
Boy, he is effective going to the glass, but he's got to start hitting free throws because what they're going to do is just fouling.
53-52. Tigers by 1. They get it into the front court, and the Missouri bench will use a timeout. Frank Haith will call a time. Haith with a record of 60-17 in his 3rd season here in Columbia, the former head coach at Miami. He's been an assistant at a lot of different places, Texas A&M and Wake Forest. And he's done terrific work for the Tigers here. In fact, they've won 41 of 42 home games under his watch and 26 in a row. But, Chuck, the Dogs are threatening that tonight.
Oh, there's no question about it. Georgia has played terrific basketball here tonight, particularly defensively and on the glass. You know, right now they're not shooting at the percentage that we've seen them shoot for most of this season. But nevertheless, they've got themselves in this game because they're playing great defense and they're doing the hard, dirty work on that glass.
Georgia out-rebounding Missouri 37-27, plus 10 against one of the top rebounding teams in the SEC. Tigers will inbound near side in front court. They bounce it into Clarkson. Clarkson around a screen, dribbles it out on the wing, now goes right baseline. Our guy falls down. The defender fell down. Clarkson didn't take the shot. 19 to shoot. They have it to Jabari Brown. He lost the handle on the dribble but recovered. He tried to dribble down the lane through traffic. Now he starts again. Floater, right hand, rattles out, no good. Tried a one-handed follow. Williams tried to dunk it with one hand, and it caroms off the rim, and the Dogs get that miss. Big opportunity for Georgia. Gaines fakes the 3, drives, flips it up and in the paint, and the Dogs have taken a 1-point lead, 54-53 with 2:06 to go.
Just a great athletic move by Kenny. Did the ball fake. When the defender went in the air, he went to the hole.
Brown, spot up, can't get the shot. Gaines was on him. He dumps off a pass left to Clarkson. 19 to shoot for the Tigers. Dogs lead by 1, threatening to pull a major upset here. Here's Brown going to drive. His shot is blocked. Saved by Missouri into Georgia. Man on the run. It's 2-on-2. Charles to the rim. Flips it up. Goes.
He went right by Charleston. That was beautiful. He went by Clarkson like he was cemented to the floor.
Dogs by 3 with a minute and a half to play. 56-53. Timeout, Missouri. Frank Haith with his hands on his hips, pulling his britches up by his belt loops. He's got to be wondering what's happening to the 21st ranked Tigers. They have fallen behind by 3 to Georgia with 87 seconds left, Chuck. 56-53.
Well, first off, they made a huge mistake on the offensive end. The ball was going out of bounds, and they saved it back in bounds to Georgia. And so Charles Mann comes up the floor. Clarkson is defending him, gets position in the paint and then lets him go right by him and lay it up. Just a great move by Charles Mann. And again, the Dogs now up by 3. 87 seconds, Scott. Dogs on the verge of a terrific, shocking upset here.
Georgia has never beaten Missouri. They're 0-4 all time. The 2 games here haven't even been close. But that's not a factor tonight because this one is. In fact, Georgia's leading by 3 with 1:27 to go. Tigers ball. They'll inbound far side front court. Clarkson throws it in to Williams. Now back to Clarkson. He spins down the right edge of the lane. He lost the ball. It goes into the corner. And Gaines reaches it before it bounces out of bounds. Dogs with the ball. 1:17 to go and a 3-point lead. Man into the front court. Collision with Clarkson. He hits the deck. There's no whistle. And dribbles. They go for the steal. Now there will be a foul on Clarkson. Clarkson trying to reach in. He got Mann with his leg. Here come 2 free throws. It's double bonus time for Charles Mann. The foul on Clarkson is his first of the night. And Charles with 16 points back to the line.
Huge free throws here.
This could make it a 2-possession lead with 68 seconds to go. Mann at the foul line. Now he gets the ball on the bounce from Joe Lindsay, the referee. 1:08 to go. Clock stopped. Charles free throw. Automatic 2, and that one is no good off the front rim. You just want to hide your face.
I mean, that is just what is killing Georgia right now. It's just the inability to hit free throws. And it's not at clutch time. It's throughout the game.
8 of 19 tonight. If the Dogs lose this game, there's only one thing you can point to for the reason. But we're up 3. This could make it a 2-possession game. Get in there. No! And they rebound. Charles missed 2 more. Clarkson with the ball for the Tigers. 60 seconds to go. It's a 3-point Georgia lead. Clarkson directing some traffic. Here comes a 3 straight away. We're tied.
Oh, that was way downtown.
And they call a time. Clarkson's first 3 of the game. 53.7 to go. And they tie it up at 56 with a Jordan Clarkson three-pointer. His 14th of the year. Only 31% on the season from that distance. But a big shot there by the potential all-conference performer to tie it at 56. But it is Georgia's possession as Missouri called the timeout.
And he has not had a great night tonight. No, Charles Mann, despite all of his troubles at the free throw line, has done a terrific job defending him.
Let's look at the free throws. Charles been there more than anyone else. He's just 4 of 10. Dante Williams 2 for 2. Brandon Morris 2 for 4. Marcus Thornton 0 for 4. We're 8 for 20 on the night. And we're deadlocked with number 21 Missouri. A 26-game home court winning streak on the line for the Tigers. They never lose in this building.
Well, you had a chance a while ago to be up by 5. And, you missed 2 free throws with the double bonus. And again, somebody needs to step up now and make a play. You need Georgia. Somebody for the Bulldogs needs to step forward here and make a play. You got a chance here to make a statement to the SEC and to the college basketball world.
The Dogs have not been rattled all night long. They have been steady. It hasn't been spectacular at times, but neither has Missouri. It's been rock steady, 56-56. We're deadlocked with 53.7 seconds to play, and Georgia will bring it up the length of the floor. They'll inbound down to our right. Jurisic bounces it into Mann, and here we go. About 18 seconds difference, game clock and shot clock. Georgia's possession. We're tied at 56, Mann with the ball. Mann dribbles to his right. Jurisic flashes out front. Tigers are in a man-to-man. Mann backing up as he steps close to the three-point line. 16 to shoot, still dribbling with the left hand. Asking for a screen. Dante sets the screen, defense switches. 9 to go. Here goes Charles. Kick in the corner. Here comes the 3. Gaines won't go off the rim. We fight for the rebound. Still fighting for it. They've got it. Missouri with the ball, 19 to go, and the shot clock is off. We're tied at 56. Missouri can hold for the final shot, try to win the game. 10 to go. Clarkson dribbling just inside the half-court line. 7 to play. Clarkson with a right-hand dribble. 4 to go. 3 to go. Clarkson one-on-one. Step-back jumper for the win. No good, and we go to overtime.
Wow. Well, he waited way too late to get into his offense. Way too late to get in. He waited till 5 seconds left to start to make his move.
He had man on him. He drove to the elbow, stepped back for about a 17-footer, and it was off the left side of the rim. And the Dogs have played themselves into overtime here on the road in the SEC opener. 56-56. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's pause for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG. Five minutes to go. We're going to overtime. Tied at 56. We'll take a timeout, a quick overtime break here on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Innovation, like the shot clock and the three-point line. It can revolutionize a sport. Or like Ford EcoBoost technology, transform the way you drive. With an available EcoBoost engine, you'll get a game-changing combination of power and big number MPGs. Dog fans, take your shot. Check out the Ford Fusion, Escape, and F-150 at your local Ford dealer. Or visit shopfordnow.com for great offers.
Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle back with you. Tony Schiavone, producer, engineer. Cabell Philpott in our IMG Network studios. We go to overtime in the SEC opener. Georgia and Missouri tied at 56. Dogs had a chance. Missouri had a chance. We're going to play 5 more minutes. Here's the overtime toss and tip is controlled by the Tigers, and they nearly knocked it out of bounds back into the Georgia bench. Tigers basketball, and they'll have a chance the first opportunity here in overtime.
Well, we talk about mental toughness. This is it. You're on the road, SEC, against a top 25 ranked team. You're in overtime.
First overtime game for both teams this year. Jumper by Brown, good for 3. That's the way the overtime session starts. And Missouri takes a 59-56 lead. Jabari Brown with his second 3. He's got 19 in the game. Dogs just missed way too many free throws. It would be enjoying our post-game show and having a happy bus ride back to the airport. Gaines for 3. That's no good. More of a line drive. The rebound taken by Criswell for the Tigers. They lead by 3 with 4:08 to go in the overtime. 59-56. Do we have enough mustard? In 4 more minutes. Here's Brown. Works against Gaines. Starts to dribble right and then goes left. Uses the screen. Curls around under the basket. They whip the ball around. Williams won't take the 3. 11 to go. Ross, he wants to take the 3. Brandon Morris got on him. Ross attacks. Throws up a wild shot. That's no good. Criswell the rebound. We foul him from behind. I think Gaines got him from behind.
You know what? That was probably clean, but referees are going to call that 10 out of 10 times. When you grab the ball from behind like that, they're going to call a foul.
9th team foul on the Dogs, but it'll be a 2-shot foul, I think. Yep, for Criswell. They lead by 3, and now they still lead by 3. Criswell missed it. He was trying to make it a 2-possession game. That's his first free throw miss of the night. He had made his previous 2 opportunities. 59-56. Tigers lead in overtime. 3:43 to go here in the first extra session. Second free throw by the right-hander. That's good. It's a 2-possession game right now. Criswell hits 1 out of 2, and it's 60-56. Dogs ball. Gaines to Morris. We work it around far side. Jurisic. Nemi's been quiet in the second half. Has nothing since scoring 9. Take care of that. He's wide open under the basket.
Well,
and as he looks up, he lays it up and in.
Somebody lost. You and I were the closest ones to him.
60-58. Missouri with a 2-point lead in the ball. Jurisic now in double figures with 11. 3:15 to go in overtime.
Good defense.
Ball is knocked away, and Missouri saves it in on the far side.
Wow.
We deflected the pass. Couldn't get to the bouncing ball, though. Mann and Jurisic deflected it. I think Nemi's wondering how Charles couldn't get to the loose ball. Missouri actually saved it on the far side of the floor. Here's Clarkson, mishandled the dribble. Now we double team him. Steps back for a 3. No good. Rebound. We got nobody there. Ross got the rebound. We fouled. He put it up and in, and they're going to count the basket. They got Brandon Morris for the foul. Ross got the basket. He's got a free throw to boot. And the lead grows to 4 and a chance to sprout to 5 if Ross hits the free throw.
Well, that time the Dogs had nobody on the glass that time.
Ross with 14. Here's the free throw to make it 15. That's our biggest deficit of the night, 63 to 58. Dogs ball, 2:46. We're in overtime. Jurisic overhead pass. Thornton's back in now. Man with the ball, left wing, feeds Nemi, left low block, one-on-one. Now he's triple team. Dumps it over his head into the far corner to Morris. He had to chase it down. Back inside. Jurisic was wide open. Easy lay-in. They had left Nemi, and he was wide open, and he scored again.
I totally forgot about him, Scott. Ball was back out to Brandon. Their defense just actually went running back out to Brandon Morris. Nemi all by himself.
63-60 with 2:15 to go in overtime. Missouri by 3 with the ball. They need a miss, or we need a stop. Criswell above the arc, left side of the floor, gives it over to Clarkson. Breathing heavily as he holds it and looks to the bench. 9 to shoot, 2 minutes to play in overtime. Clarkson starts right, now left, into the lane, kicks it back Criswell. Stutter steps, he'll shoot from above the elbow. Air ball, out of bounds, and Georgia ball. Criswell threw up an air ball as the shot clock was winding down, and it's Georgia's basketball. Minute 51, Chuck, and we're down a possession. We're down 3.
Yeah, shot clock violation, so Dogs with good defense there.
Man lets it roll almost to half court. Now the clock begins to tick. 148, 147. Dogs possession. We trail 63-60. We're in overtime on the road in the conference opener. Man, Jurisic. Here comes a long deep 3. Oh, yeah!
He nailed it!
Oh, 27-footer. Jurisic with his 4th 3 of the game. He's got 16.
Whoa, Nemi.
Nemi with 7 points in the overtime. We're tied at 63. That quiets the crowd here at Mizzou Arena. But 80 seconds to play in overtime. Minute 20 to go. Clarkson tries to get around Thornton. Dribbles. Jump stop on the post. Nowhere to go. Gives it to Williams. Straddles the 3-point line. 11 to shoot. Big Williams not going to shoot from that distance.
Yeah.
He gives it to Brown. He will. Brown. Here comes a 3. No good. Rebound Dogs. Thornton flies over Jurisic to get it. Dogs are winded. 60 seconds to go. We're tied at 63. Here comes Mann. He walks it into the front court. Missouri's crowd stands on their feet. Some of them do anyway.
Boy, how about the heart Georgia's showing here? Down by 5. Got it tied now with the ball.
Man dribbling out by his lonesome out front. 14 to shoot. Man crossover. Attacks inside. Runs into traffic. He may have walked. He forces it up. It crawls over the rim. I think we got away with the travel, but we'll take 2 and go play some defense. Dogs up by 2. 65-63. Missouri will call a time as they get the ball into the front court. Georgia 65 and the Tigers 63. 31 seconds to go in overtime.
That is amazing. What a terrific effort by Georgia. And Charles Mann, bless his heart, had an opportunity to sew this thing up in regulation, missed 2 at the free throw line, but boy, made up for it big time there. As you pointed out, Scott, may have gotten away with a little bit of a travel. I don't know. I don't mind if they don't, hey, look, they put air in them. I know that, so they're supposed to bounce, but
this is their floor.
You don't always want to bounce them, but he made that little shot underneath when he had to, and now the Dogs up by 2 with 31 seconds to play here. They just got to play the good defense, and you don't want to foul them, obviously.
Georgia on a 7-0 run here in overtime. After falling down 5, 63-58, they ripped off 7 straight. Jurisic has 7 here in the overtime period. Charles Mann has the other 2. 65-63. Dogs have never beaten Missouri in 4 previous meetings. What a way to begin the conference schedule. Overtime on the road.
And you know what? I know what the schedule says, and I understand we're 6-6. But this is where I start to count. I start counting when you get to conference play. This is where it really starts to count. So, and this is a great effort by the Georgia Bulldogs tonight. And credit this team. Coach Fox has been through as tough a time here over the past 3 or 4 days as any human being will go through.
Yep.
Losing his dad, but he made the effort throughout that to make sure that he stuck with his team, that he was there at the critical times, and that he was here tonight to be here and be with his team. And this team is responding like that.
It's going to be Missouri basketball. 31.2 seconds on the game clock, 31 seconds on the shot clock, 0.2 of a second's difference. Georgia leads by 2 in overtime. They'll inbound near side in front court. Clarkson into the corner. Here comes the 3. That's no good. We get the rebound with Thornton. And a foul by Missouri.
And they fouled Marcus.
And that's on Ross. That's his fourth. And Marcus Thornton will get 2 foul shots. Marcus, you need one now, big man. You're 0 for 4 tonight. 65-63. Marcus Thornton will step to the line to try to add to just a narrow, slim, skinny, old stinky 2-point lead. Thornton, right-handed junior from Atlanta. Takes a deep breath, Chuck. Here he goes. Free throw good!
Nothing but net. Love that.
It's a 3-point lead. This could make it a 2-possession game with 28.2 ticks to go in overtime. 66-63. A big one here, baby. There it is. Oh, it rattled out. Rebound tapped and controlled by Missouri. Dogs by 3. 24 seconds to go. The shot clock is off. Clarkson quickly into the front court. Oh, he's opening. Where'd our defense go? We foul at the last second with Dante Williams, who got back to guard the basket. And Clarkson knocked to the floor. Dante the foul.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Make him hit both free throws. You still got a 1-point lead in the ball.
Jordan Clarkson with 11 points tonight. 8 below his average. But he's going to the line to try and draw it a little bit closer here. Dogs by 3, 66-63. Clarkson clearly winded as he bends over and tugs on the bottom of his shorts.
Wow, boy, it got quiet in here, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Let's make some noise. Here's the right-handed shot by Clarkson. The free throw's on the way, and it's no good. Clarkson had it rattle out on him. He's 2 for 5 tonight. Georgia will call a time. Oh, there's a free lunch riding on this for somebody in this building. 19.3 to go. In overtime, Georgia 66 and Missouri 63. Is this the way the other 17 are going to go, Chuck?
Well, I don't know about that. If it is, then my heart won't take it. But I will tell you this, Scott. That free lunch you had riding, if I remember correctly, at the time you said that to the guy that was in question about the free lunch, I think I also said, I want some of that.
You did, and so did the guy to my left.
3 lunches.
We win this game, I'm buying for everybody.
Well, don't let that word get out here in the house.
I've got a company credit card.
Oh, I should have known.
Lunch on me,
I
baby.
Known, yeah.
Oh, both teams huddling up in front of their bench. 19.3 to go. Dogs by 3, 66-63.
And again, Scott, listen, full credit to the Bulldogs for showing the mental toughness. They had an opportunity to win in regulation, didn't get that done. They go to overtime. They drop down by 5, but they rally here in the final 19 seconds of overtime to be leading by 3. So, that's showing the kind of mental toughness that I was talking about and the keys to this game. You got to do it.
+8 on the glass tonight against, what statistically is the second best rebounding team in SEC play. Georgia 42 rebounds to 34 from Missouri. And Clarkson will get another free throw here. Second and final free throw. Both teams certainly well into the double bonus. We're in overtime. Only 19 seconds remain. Jordan Clarkson, one of the best free throw shooters in the league at 84%. That's third best in the league, as a matter of fact. With another one coming up. Free throw is good. Got iron, but rolled in there good. He made 1 out of 2. He's got a dozen. And it's 66-64. Dogs with the lead by 2. Here comes full court pressure now by Missouri. Jurisic to throw it in. Man trying to break free. There's Gaines. And they will swat at the ball and foul Kenny Gaines, who is Georgia's top free throw shooter, statistically at 80%, 4th in the SEC.
And Kenny in a hurry. Boy, he sprinted down to that free throw line.
He's ready to shoot. He hadn't been to the line tonight.
And here's what Mark Fox is doing now. You see, had his offensive team on the floor there when he had Nemi and Parker. Now they'll come off after the free throws here, and you'll get Marcus Thornton and Brandon Morris back on.
Gaines free throw for an automatic 2. Nothing but that. Gaines with 10. And the Dogs' lead is 3, 67-64.
Chance to make it a 2-possession game here.
18.2 to play. We're in overtime on the road in Missouri, where they haven't lost since Truman was president.
Oh, whoa.
Gaines hits a pair. Here's Missouri quickly into the front court. 15 to play. It's 68-64. Dogs by 4. Clarkson in trouble on the right baseline. To Ross. He forces a 3. Air ball. Ball is loose and picked up by Georgia. Brandon Morris with 4 to play, and they foul with 3.8. Dogs are going to go to the line, leading by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and the fans are going to head for the gates.
Wow. What an effort by the Georgia Bulldogs. And Mark Fox has just broken down crying over on the bench. Bless his heart. I got to tell you, what a great effort. What a great effort by these Dogs tonight.
Morris at the foul line.
Oh, my gosh, what a victory by Georgia.
Well, the emotion is pouring out of Georgia's head coach. Morris, free throw. Good, Monty. Oh, tack it on, baby. Morris with the free throw. Hey, look at this. In overtime, we're 4 for 4 at the line. Morris. There's another one.
5 for 5.
Yeah, baby. 70-64, 3.8. Missouri will bounce it in, and Clarkson will dribble out the clock.
There it is.
And there's a stunning Georgia victory.
How about that?
70-64. The Dogs have beaten Missouri, the 21st ranked team in the land. Georgia, with its last road win,
Tony,
coming back in February.
Can we go have lunch? Let's go have lunch.
Lunch for everybody. Dogs had lost 10 straight away from home. 6-21 against ranked teams over the last 5 years. Make it 7-21 now. And that, my friends, might be one of those signature wins. You hope that Georgia can feed off of the energy of this one. Georgia 70, Missouri 64. And that is our final from Mizzou Arena, where the 26-game home court winning streak comes to an end. They had won 13 in a row against SEC teams. That is done. The Dogs pull a stunner, Chuck.
They'd won 26 in a row here. That was the longest win streak in the nation, tied with Stephen F. Austin. And the Dogs come in here tonight. Hey, look, they won the first half by 5 points. They won the second half by a point to win this game by 6. So they beat Missouri both halves. We talked in the pregame about the fact that Georgia needed to do it for 40 minutes. Well, as it turned out, they had to do it for 45, but they did it, Scott. They did the dirty work. They did the defense. They did the rebounding. They did the things that you've got to do that we've seen them do in small stretches through this first part of what I like to call the preseason. But now the season starts. We're 1-0, baby.
I think they did this one for their head coach. 70-64. Georgia, a stunning winner over number 21 Missouri on the road. The Dogs are 7-6 and 1-0 in the SEC. Stay tuned now for the Regions post-game show. That's coming up next. Regions, the official bank of the Southeastern Conference. 70-64 in overtime. Georgia a winner over the Missouri Tigers. We're back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Do you live and breathe college sports? Wish you could listen to the games anywhere you drive? Well, you're in luck, because at SiriusXM, we bring you the biggest college football and basketball action live all season long. Plus, with exclusive in-depth analysis, shows from legendary coaches, and live reports on College Sports Nation, SiriusXM is your college sports heaven. Welcome to the world of satellite radio. Find out more at SiriusXM.com.
So, 1 million lawyers, 1,000 plumbers, and 6,000 rabbis walk into a bar. One of the lawyers says to the bartender, "Wow, this place is starting to feel like the YP app." And the bartender replies, "Actually, the YP app has more than 18 million businesses, from pharmacies to florists." And then a termite walks in and says, "Excuse me, is the bartender here?" Anyway, just wondering if you'd heard that one. Download the app and visit YP.com today. YP, the new way to do. Search results may vary.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
With Xfinity, you get a front row seat to the biggest moments. Get 24/7 coverage of basketball and hockey with NBA TV and NHL Network. Plus, get the Xfinity TV Go app and watch Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and more live on any device. Sign up for the HD Preferred XF Triple Play or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends 3/31/14. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee extra. Subject to change.
Region.
We know you love the SEC. At Regions, we do too. We've been the official bank of the SEC for 20 years now. On game day, we're the same kind of tailgating, face-painting, in-your-face screaming fans that you are. Of course, we're also dedicated bankers too, who give you the best way to bank anytime, anywhere with Regions mobile and online banking and more than 1,700 branches and 2,100 ATMs. Better banking has its fans too. Try us and you'll see. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Our exclusive coverage of Georgia basketball continues with the Regions Bank Locker Room Report. Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. Today's show is also brought to you by St. Mary's Healthcare System, the official healthcare provider of the Bulldogs. And by Chevron. Every day your car takes care of you. Take care of it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car. Now, back to courtside for continuing live coverage of Georgia basketball.
Man dribbling out by his lonesome out front, 14 to shoot. Man crossover, attacks inside, runs into traffic. He may have walked. He forces it up. It crawls over the rim. I think we got away with the travel, but we'll take two and go play some defense. And that's our SunTrust shining moment of the game. It's never been easier to switch to SunTrust. Visit suntrust.com/switch. Georgia in overtime upsets Missouri in Columbia, winning for the first time here in this arena, 70-64. Our final. The Dogs above 500 at 7-6 and getting off on the right foot in conference play at 1-0. And Missouri now 12-2 on the year and 0-1 in the SEC, and that's a sweet sound for the Bulldog fans.
Oh, my goodness. Scott, I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, as thrilled as you are at the fact that Georgia was able to come in here and pull such a stunning upset, you still look back and you go, you know, the way they played tonight, it's not all that shocking. We've seen stretches where they played like that.
Yep.
And if they ever start hitting free throws, you know, we'd been back in Athens now. I mean, that's the thing that this team still has yet to really do. And if they start doing that, and it's not like they can't, because we saw in those first four games, you pointed out earlier in the broadcast, 75% they were in the first four games from the free throw line. So they can do it, you know, and when they start doing that again, you know, had they hit those, there'd have been no overtime tonight.
But they did hit them when it counted.
Yeah.
In overtime. 5
overtime.
out of 6 from the line in the overtime session as we look at the numbers.
And how about Nemi in the overtime?
Nemi was he had nothing in the second half, and then he lit him up for 7 in the overtime period, finished with 16 points. Charles Mann led Georgia with 18 points, 6 rebounds. He had 4 assists in 42 minutes, 7 of 14 from the field. Charles Mann, one of 4 Bulldogs in double figures. Again, Jurisic goes 6 for 10 from the field, 4 of 5 on threes for the junior from Montenegro. 16 points, again, 7 coming in overtime. Kenny Gaines had 11 points. Brandon Morris with 10 points and 7 rebounds as the Dogs get it done in a stunner on the road, 70-64. Alabama's up next. That's the thing in this league. You know, you don't get a lot of enjoyment time, but believe me, the Fox family, the Georgia family is going to enjoy this one. This is a huge, huge feather in the cap for this program to win on the road in this location because, as we've given you the numbers all night, Chuck, teams just don't come in here and win, but the Dogs get it done tonight in overtime.
And as Tony is getting my mic back up there, and as we've talked about, the thing that you really like to see is that this is a team that has, you know, certainly had its struggles here in the first 12, going 6-6. But the point is, they come in here when they had to do it. You know, in a situation they were opening SEC play against a team that. Quite honestly, you know, college basketball was looking at as a far better basketball team. But Georgia played them toe for toe throughout the night. It started out 8-0 Georgia, forcing them to call a timeout. And it wasn't like that there was anything you could point to and say, well, Georgia was just lucky here or lucky there. They did a great job all night on the boards. They did a great job, terrific job defending Jordan Clarkson. I mean, just a great job on him throughout the night. So just hats off to them. Just a great effort by Georgia, great win for these dogs. And like you said, Scott, now let's see if they can build on that from there. But Alabama coming in, Alabama's a good basketball team, and that'll be on Saturday at Stegman.
Missouri's largest lead tonight was 5. Georgia's biggest lead was 10. The Dogs led throughout the first half, had a 5-point lead at intermission. Missouri started out strong in the second half, although slow but strong. They took the lead and maintained a 1-possession lead for a good portion of the second half. And again, if Georgia hits free throws, then we're probably not talking about an overtime win, but a regulation victory. But we're going to enjoy this one nonetheless. Georgia outscores Missouri in the overtime session 14-8 and wins it by a final of 70-64. Who do you like for our State Farm student athlete of the game? Who do you like?
I'd go a couple of ways. One, obviously Nemi in the overtime was just incredible. Of course, he was by himself, too, underneath the basket, wide open a couple of times. But he hit a huge three. I'd certainly look at him. Charles Mann, despite his struggles at the line, Charles Mann hit a critical little short lay-in in the paint, while he was getting hammered there late in the game, and that was huge for Georgia. So you pick. I can't take any more pressure.
He played some pretty good defense too. Charles Mann with 18.6 rebounds. He's our State Farm student.
Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.